School, home of the Colerain Cardinals. Tonight, it's Ohio High School football action. It's week 1 of the playoffs between your Colerain Cardinals and the Milford Eagles. This is Chris Himonitis along with Brian and Brandon Wyatt, Mike Wark here in the booth along with Tony Suarez and the entire production team from Waycross Community Television. Excited to bring you tonight's action between the 4-2 Colerain Cardinals. That's right, 4-2 Colerain Cardinals and the 2-3 Milford Eagles. Brian, Brandon, we were just talking briefly a moment ago on the live wearecolerain.com audio feed about this Milford Eagles team. They are young. The last time we saw them was in 2018 in the regional semifinal. Colerain was victorious in that game, 48-14, on their way to the state championship game. But this Milford Eagles team, again coached by Coach Tom Grippa, is very young. They're still very much, I think, in that rebuilding mode in Milford, trying to get themselves back on a winning streak, so to speak. They had a really tough schedule. Played their losses came to the likes of teams like Kings and Turpin and Winton Woods. I mean, they played some real powerhouses. So it'll be interesting to see tonight how this team handles the pressure that our defense is going to put on them. And at the same time, who knows what our offense is going to give, right? I mean, it seems like we never know from week to week what we're going to see. Really would like to see some consistency tonight.
Well, you talk about their losses. Let's talk about one of their wins. They got a win over a GMC foe. They beat Oak Hills 28-24. So, I mean, this is we played Oak Hills ourselves. It was a much improved Oak Hills team, but they've shown, you come from a different league, but they can still hang with the big boys in the GMC.
But we've seen from that league schedule, when they play the low end of their league, they dominate. When they play the high end of the league, they get dominated. So they're kind of a middle-of-the-road ECC school. They're trying to attempt here. The Cardinals are going to have to show they're still one of the top teams in the Region 4.
And Colerain, still trying to find, you hate to say late in the season, and I don't say trying to find an identity in offense, because we are who we are, but we're not the offensive powerhouse that we've been in the past. Offensive line, there's been some shifts around. We got a few new starters in there, and I think they find a good combination in the last couple of weeks. But this is not a team offensively that scares anybody.
We saw a little bit of it last week, and it was a close game, but I think a lot of that had to do somewhat with, from both teams offensively, I don't think both teams showed all their whole cards. Last week was kind of meaningless. Playoff seeds were already determined, so everyone knew who they were playing. There wasn't a lot to play for, so there wasn't a lot of need to show in the playbook. And that contributed with the fact that we saw that Tyler Prather kind of got rolled up on at the end. So, A, we don't know what if Colerain's holding anything back, and B, we might not even see the actual Colerain who's starting quarterback Tyler Prather at 100% or if at all. We don't know yet.
Well, I'm looking on the sidelines and warming up with the I believe that's the starting center. Yeah, that's Eddie Lockwood, the starting center. Is warming up is Freddie Johnson.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you're the Cardinals, you feel comfortable enough in your team to rest Tyler Prather. But we don't know, and we'll see what happens.
Tyler is dressed.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be limping.
I will say he was not running full speed with the rest of the team through that time. Either way, Cardinals won the toss. They deferred to the second half. I'm just guessing on that. But
yes, you're exactly right. Cardinals did win the toss, and they did defer to the second
Milford
half.
will receive.
I'll tell you, Milford will receive, and it's their D-man, Ty Price, is back. And it's kind of an interesting setup right now. That they only have one D-man, and their front line, the front three lines are really, everybody's past the 30-yard line.
Sinclair coming off the field here.
The referees asked for a substitution. Don't know if it's an equipment issue.
It must be some kind of an equipment issue. Yeah, something to do with his helmet. So we'll get started here. The number 5 seeded Colerain Cardinals hosting the number 12
he had a
seeded.
nosebleed to start the game.
No, he's got face black on, and the referees are making him take off the face black.
I have no idea. Well, I thought
he just wiped it off.
I just saw a towel to the nose and assumed it was a nosebleed or something.
He's smiling and laughing, so it's not a nosebleed.
There's always that one referee who has one little thing he's looking for.
And now we've got a flag on the kickoff.
On that same side.
It seemed like it was even before the kickoff. The whistle was blowing well before the kickoff.
Maybe
again,
they did not signal for the start of the kick?
He called offsides on Milford.
Oh, interesting.
So Milford must have been lined up inside the 50-yard line or had a foot on the 50-yard. What a bizarre start.
All right.
Okay, so that's
I've been
going to
around football long enough. I don't think I've ever seen offsides on a kickoff return team. Because you've got 10
me
yards,
either.
you've got a big stripe, and you just line up.
Let me phrase it. I've seen it before, but only on an onside kick attempt. Never on the opening kickoff or just a basic kickoff where there's no real advantage to getting that extra yard.
So Pinchy's going to be kicking off from the 45 now.
We are underway. No flags, no whistles. Pinchy with a kick that sails into the end zone as expected, given the extra 5 yards, and it is a touchback. The Milford Eagles, the number 12th seeded team in Division I Region 4, will start off first down and 10 at their own 25 or 20-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if that's your trajectory and the kind of kick you want, because that was just a bullet that doesn't allow your coverage to get down there. But when you got those extra 5 yards, you can take the chance.
Well, and
that it goes
if
in the end zone.
you've only got one return man and he's in the middle of the field, you can kick that low line drive to either corner. There's nobody there to get it.
So as Brandon alluded to at the beginning of the broadcast, number 9, the sophomore, Austin Harden, 5'8", 150 pounds in at quarterback. The Cardinals defense are going to need to apply a lot of pressure, and they are split wide.
5 wide. Nobody back to help protect the quarterback.
And if this is Milford, this is your best bet. You got to kind of try to negate this pass rush as much as best you can.
Cardinals lined up, put a little bit of pressure. He's got it, pitches it out to number 10 does Harden. It's going to be a short completion. Call it 4 yards on that play.
I tell you, he throws it in a lot of traffic right there. I don't know if it has a pick, offensive pass interference, defensive pass interference, or hit downfield. There's a lot of bodies running into each other right there, but it is complete pass and 3 yards.
Completion to number 10, Vince Ragland, the 6'4", 190-pound senior, who was, I believe, the starter last year, and even to begin this season. They moved him from starter at quarterback, and they moved him to receiver. Harden drops back, looks to pass, throws it across the middle. It is caught, dribbled, but eventually caught by number 18. That is Noah Early. That's going to be enough for the first down. Takes the ball out to the Milford Eagle 40-yard line.
It looks like Milford's going to come out throwing the ball. Just quick timing routes. Get the ball out quick. Do not let the defensive line get any penetration. It's just snap, 1-2, release the ball.
Again, 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the short side. Again, very quick pass this time out to number 10, who's going to get tackled from behind and taken backwards. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on that. Once again, it was Vince Ragland, the senior, won the catch.
And if you're Milford, you know you don't really have the athletes or the size up front to protect your quarterback that long. You really don't have the size up front to counter really that front 7 to run the ball. So this is get the ball 5 wide, 4 wide, spread it out, and fast.
Yeah,
don't let a pass rush develop at all.
One of your Colerain defensive starters, Ronald Williams, in a boot, not playing this game.
Snap is back to Harden. He drops back, sits in the pocket, looks for a little bit of time. He's going to side tuck it and run. He lowers his head. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. You could see a little bit of happy feet there as he had some defense pressuring down on him.
Well, a good arm, and I tell you what, he's listed 150 pounds. I don't know if he's that big.
Ball is taken up to the 47-yard line. 47-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3. They need to get to the 50 for the first down. So again, 5 wide. No change in formation from the start of this series. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Snap is back to Harden. Draws back. He's got pressure up the middle. It's a pass right over the middle, and it's caught, but it crosses the 50-yard line. Catch by number 22, and it'll be enough for the first down.
They just run a nice little screen. Good time. Peyton Bauer. Wide receiver, defensive back, just a little middle screen there. He needed 3. He got 4.
And really to counteract this kind of 5 wide approach, the Cardinals are actually not in their traditional defensive front. They're in a 3-3-5 with the sophomore, number 42.
Harden's got it, drops back, looks at pass, throws it across the middle, and is caught by number 18 again, deep inside the Colerain territory, down to the 33-yard line for another Milford first down.
And again, the Cardinals bring the pressure, you like to say that was a good play, but because it's successful, but it almost looked like he just kind of turned to an area and kind of hoped the receiver was there.
Yep.
First down and 10 for the Eagles on the Colerain 33-yard line.
But the Milford Eagles moving the ball nonetheless.
Brandon St. Clair back in the ball game, not as his traditional safety spot. They've got him lined up as a defensive outside linebacker.
Snap is back to Harden. He's got it. Throws it across the middle. Once again, caught by number 10 one more time. This time on a slant pass right down at the 20-yard line. It's another first down for the Eagles. So you're exactly right, Brian and Brandon. You talked about these quick passes. They're not huddling at all. They're just quick passes. I mean, he's getting that ball out in 2.5 seconds or less.
And it's just a simple seam wrap behind the linebackers in front of the defensive.
Harden's got it again. There's pressure up the middle, but he throws it, and this time it is incomplete. First incomplete pass of the night, only because it bounced off the ground, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles on the Colerain 20-yard line.
Yeah, not sure if the pressure made a tip on that play or at least just forced a bad pass around the pressure. You got a hand got in the face of Harden as he went to throw, and an errant throw, and it leads to the incompletion.
Cardinals need another incompletion or stop here on 2nd and 10. Boy, a sack would be nice. Snap is back to Harden. He drops back, looks to pass, but he's going to be tackled right behind the line of scrimmage for a loss by number 20.
That's Levert Jarman. We call him a lot coming pressure from the outside. His first shining star moment of the night. Thought he was being held, but turned the corner with a lot of speed for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, and this is kind of the balance for the Cardinals. Do you apply pressure to try to force a quick decision, or you just sit back and try to defend this 5-wide attack? Right now, they're just applying the pressure.
This is pretty interesting because I'll tell you right now that Milford's kicker does not have a field goal attempt on the year. There's a snap back to Harden. He's got it running up the middle. He's going to try and get the first down, and he's not going to get it. He's going to be tackled after picking up positive yardage. I think they're going to mark him down to the 16, so a pickup of 5.
Yeah, flushed up the middle, and Jarman chases him down again. He picks up 3. Kind of interesting. He says doesn't even have a field goal attempt for the year.
They do not have a field goal made.
Okay, they do have an attempt, but nothing made.
I'm not sure about the made. I'd have to go back, or attempt. I'd have to go back and look at it. But to no surprise, then 4th and 5, they're going for it. Here on the Colerain 15-yard line, need to get to the 10. There's a pass across the middle, and it's
picked off. He's gone.
Just the sidelines of the man to beat. Step back, still alive. Cutting back, he's got a escort finally brought down, but not after a huge return for Corey Kiner.
Devontae Kiner on the interception, and you had to believe at some point that was going to happen when you got a 5'8" quarterback throwing the ball in a compressed space like what he was doing, and you can see it right here. Kiner just jumps up into the air and grabs it, has a great return back, and is really going to set up the Colerain offense in good field position.
He had 2 guys in the pattern, one deep, one, but there was a Colerain Cardinal in front of the front guy, in between the 2 guys, and they were just in a line. There was nobody open there. If he throws it short, the Colerain linebacker picks it off. He throws it deep, the safety gets it.
Apologize to Devontae. Corey Kiner is the running back at Roger Bacon.
I know.
So that is
Totally
Freddie Johnson, traditional wishbone formation.
And the Cardinals will get 5 free yards to start.
Shades of 2019 here. You're right, as Freddie Johnson steps in under center as the starting quarterback.
Yeah, so traditional wing formation we're going to see. Probably nothing fancy. They're just going to run the option. They run that false motion like we've seen a couple times before. Usually try to pull that on 3rd down. They did it on 1st down.
You'd have to believe that they knew after last week that Freddie was probably going to start this game, and hopefully he got lots of reps this week because he has not started a game this year at quarterback.
And he hasn't touched the ball much as a wide receiver or running back, so he's probably a little fresh, but he's also probably a little bit rusty running this offense.
I'm sure. Hand the ball off there to MJ Flowers, and he's going to get maybe 1 yard on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and a long 4.
What it does do, though, is force some players in the action that have kind of waffled in and out. So Mari Shannon and Shannon Murray have both kind of shared time as that second wingback, but they've also lost that kind of position because they both had times this year where they fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
So they'll see here when the pressure's on, when both of them are in the game.
Not giving him any yards on that 1st down run, so 2nd down and 5. MJ Flowers in the backfield right next to Freddie Johnson. He's got it. Hands the ball off to MJ. He's going to lower his shoulder, get himself across the 25-yard line. He's going to be close to the 1st down, maybe about a yard shy.
Yeah, a little mix-up there. Is a little mix of the offense there by the Cardinals. They ran that out of the option, a little veer look from the read option out of the shotgun. Sets up a 3rd and short. And Dad, I know you're usually the one to say this, but man, if they slip to tight end,
not a good time for a fake.
No.
Okay, the other line.
They have their 3-3-5 stack here. They're the Milford Eagles, and there is no one behind the 3.
Yeah, fullback gets loose on this pass that second tier.
So Freddie Johnson this time with a counter, hands it across the middle to Amari Shannon. He's going to have enough for the first down. Well defended by Milford, but the Cardinals pick up their first down of the night.
Colerain's MJ Flowers, the ball carrier.
So it'll take it all the way down to the 22-yard line. First down, Colerain Cardinals.
22-yard line of the Milford Eagles. First down for the Cardinals. Again, no score here early. We're approaching halfway through the first quarter. Milford had a long, sustained drive to open this game, but then threw an interception. Devontae Kiner picking it off and bringing it back deep into Milford territory. There's the handoff on a jet sweep. Again, well defended by Milford, but Colerain's going to pick up a good 5 yards on that first down run.
Well defended, but then well blocked. The Milford Eagles contain that, don't let it get outside, but the Cardinals don't get off their block, so Shannon Murray just tucks it inside, picks up 5-6 yards on the play.
Yeah, if they're going to take away the corner like that, he did exactly what he needed to do. Plant the foot, turn it up. Good block out there by Isaiah Meyer, doing a good job.
Here we go. Second down and 5. Ball on the Milford 17-yard line. No score. Freddie Johnson under center for the Colerain Cardinals. Takes the ball, drops back, looks the pass, rolls to his right, rolling, looking, throws deep into the end zone, and it is caught and then dropped. Caught by, I believe, is that Isaiah Myers? Yep, Isaiah Myers had his hands on it and just couldn't quite bring it in.
Yeah, great play to Taj Price. Little jump ball right there. He came down with it, but didn't have it long enough. He stripped him after he caught the ball.
Almost lost him.
Yeah, but a good play on pretty much by everyone there. I mean, Freddie Johnson did a good job. They wanted the initial just hook right at the first down markers. It was well defended, so a good scramble drill. And Freddie Johnson makes a nice throw. He throws it only where Isaiah Myers could get it in the back of the end zone. But, again, knocks it right at the last moment as Myers comes down with his feet.
So third down and 5 now. Here's a pitch once again to Shannon. He's going to take it, but he's going to get tackled. He's going to be well short of the first down. So decision time here for the Cardinals, who have sputtered a little bit here offensively, only picking up one first down.
Jacob Smith on the tackle right there. They do a good job turning the corner, and there's really lots of traffic in there.
I see Tyler Prather coming out, which means he's coming out to hold for a field goal attempt.
Yeah, I see 45 out there. Pitchney, Colerain's soccer player, converted kicker.
Sitting on the 17-yard line, this will be a 34-yard attempt for Pitchney.
Really good spot for a fake.
Tyler Prather, the ball holder.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up. It's long enough. And it's good.
So at 5:05 of the first quarter, it's the Colerain Cardinals 3, the Eagles of Milford 0.
So not a perfect start for the Colerain Cardinals, but defensively give up a lot of yards, but no points. Get the turnover, turn the turnover into a sustained drive. It stalled a little bit, but get points. 3-0, Colerain Cardinals.
Yeah, you're not used to saying that, right, with this team. I mean, typically you're thinking, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. But with this offense this year, as much as they've struggled, you just want to see points every time down the field, especially when you get in the red zone.
Well, and always first quarter, even on some of the most potent Colerain offensive teams, first quarter was kind of a feeling out period. What's the defense going to do? What are you going to see defensively to make your adjustments?
Yep, exactly.
So you run a lot of vanilla plays to see what they're going to do and then adjust and then make the big plays.
Exactly.
So again, Milford Eagles.
Did you see
the referee just told him that he was off. Young man, you're offsides again.
Well, he did the first time. He just, for some reason, still wandered there. I mean, there's no need to be even.
I don't know what that extra yard gets you.
It doesn't do anything.
I didn't think so.
Casey wants to block the kick.
You can't catch it.
Pitchney once again under. This time gets a little bit more air on it, kicks it towards the corner, and it goes into the corner of the end zone. Well, I'll tell you what, you really couldn't ask for a better kick there. It's going to be a touchback.
Well, that's what I said on the last kick. With that formation, you've only got one guy in the center of the field. You don't have to kick it into the end zone. You kick it outside the hashes, and he's not going to get to it.
Yeah,
so that ball landed about the 7-8 yard line, and it rolled, and there was nobody there.
Now, to counteract that, that's almost a trap if you're the Milford coach, special teams-wise. Not many kickers at the high school level can consistently get it in between the hashes and the sidelines. So it's a give and take. The Cardinals have the advantage that Pitchney is able to do that so far consistently tonight. I see where the Milford coach's thinking is, whether it's the right thinking or not.
So in the second series here, we see now a running back in the backfield. And off is to number 8. He takes it through the middle, and he's met by number 22, who's lost his helmet. They've blown the whistle. They've blown the play dead, thank goodness. Going to knock him back, and he's actually going to end up, it looks like they're marking him a yard short of the line of scrimmage when his forward progress was stopped.
Looking for a hole to open up, and there was nothing there. Kasey makes the tackle.
That was number 22 that made that tackle.
Terrell Banks.
That was Cachet. Isn't that Cachet number 22?
Yep. Exactly what I said.
Oh, yeah.
So Cachet on the tackle and losing his helmet all at the same time. 2nd down and 11 on the scoreboard.
Sinclair in for Kasey.
Yep. Number 8 pops out to the side. 5 wide receiver set once again. Drops back to Harden. Looks, avoids a rush. Best misses him. Passes right through the middle, and it is incomplete. The ball was intended for number 82? 88, yes. Luke Ray of the Eagles was the intended receiver. Falls incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 11. So a little bit of pressure there. Mike Best just kind of zipped right by him. Kind of came in, I hate to say uncontrolled. He came in aggressively. Harden just sidestepped him a little bit and was able to get the pass off, but incomplete.
Yeah, they've gone to 4 wide receivers. They got a personal protector back there at running back. Tries a hard count, does not get the Colerain Cardinals to jump off sides.
Yeah, they jumped, but they didn't come across the line of scrimmage.
And that is number 8, Natwan Webster, the 5'10", 200-pound sophomore.
They got to get going, or they're going to run out of time. Nope, they're going to take a timeout.
When you talk about that, the first quarter, Brian, just kind of feeling things out, right? We've seen that how many times with this Colerain defense, right? In so many games over the past couple of years. I'm glad you kept track.
We haven't played 432 times this century.
You see so many times where in the first quarter where a team offensively may have success against our defense in that very first drive or maybe second drive, but then after that adjustments are made. And all of a sudden, they don't come anywhere close to scoring again.
Well, it's the coaches adjusting to what the defense is seeing, but it's also the players themselves adjusting to the atmosphere. This Freddie Johnson has not started the game all year.
That's right.
So I'm sure adrenaline's up. He's got to calm down and make the right decisions. Your offensive line is a little bit pumped up. So it's a feeling out. It's a calming down. It's just kind of getting into the rhythm of the game.
And it's also from that standpoint, it's a little bit of the Milford offense in that sense where they got into that rhythm on that first drive. They were going. In this drive, 2 negative plays to start off. They haven't got that dink and dunk that had you going into the rhythm one step after the other has been stopped here on 2 quick plays.
I would think 3rd and 11 is exactly where Coach Grippa does not want this team to be, deep in their own territory. We'll see what they've got here on 3rd down and 11. Harden back, takes the snap, looks back. He's got pressure by Jarman. The toss is over the middle, and it's caught. Makes one man miss, does the receiver. That's number 8. He's going to take it out to the 25-yard line, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
Yeah, they try to run an underneath screen. Good idea. They slip the running back out of the backfield, but a good play. I believe it was that St. Clair that came up, didn't make the initial tackle, but slowed him down enough. And there's your quarterback playing defensive back, making the tackle, Freddie Johnson.
And that was Webster on the reception. I mentioned his name earlier. Haven't seen the big freshman yet.
So Sean Williamson's going to be setting up at about his own 50-yard line to take this kick.
$3:50 to go here in the opening quarter. Snap is back. There's a kick. It's a high kick. It's going to be a short punt. It's going to bounce on the Milford side of the field, right at about the 49, and then kick backwards.
Yeah, but it kicked out of bounds. I think they're going to walk that one back to about the 45. No, the ball didn't even get to the 50. How could you get him to the 50?
It was right at the 50. I think that was a really good sandwich, right to the 50-yard line. Not sandwich.
Oh,
it's not sandwich.
I skipped lunch today. You got
I know. I got this Cliff Bar in here. That's my dinner, but not a sandwich. A sandwich. Is that, or actually more of a pitching wedge, because a sandwich would have stuck with some backspin. That corner, that one had some backspin and it went back about 10 yards. I'll stop.
Golfing lessons from Brandon.
You got to hit that little button like a golden tee, backspin.
There you go.
Back to the wing formation.
Freddie Johnson under center. He drops back. This time he's going to roll. He's going to try and find some room, and there's not going to be anything there in the Milford defense. Swallowed up Freddie Johnson. He's going to get tackled for a 1-yard loss. That's a blocking issue, gentlemen.
That was just somebody reading the right play and guessing the right side. Cameron Zarumski, tight end defensive line, gets credit with the tackle, but there was 7 Milford Eagles ahead of that play.
Cameron, the defensive leader for this team, for the Milford Eagles. Let's see. Cameron's got 17 tackles, 5 sacks, and 8 tackles for loss on the season.
Back I formation
make it 9
for the first time.
Yep, there's a handoff right over the middle to MJ Flowers. He's going to get it back across the original line of scrimmage, down to the Milford 48-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and long for the Cardinals.
MJ Flowers, the ball carrier for Colerain.
Not having a lot of success running on this Milford defense, who within their own conference, they were dead last in the ECC, allowing 356 yards per game, and they were 8th in rushing defense, allowing almost 200 yards a game. And our offense, once again, just kind of sputtering out of the gate here. But again, give Freddie Johnson a little bit of credit stepping in as a starter at quarterback for the first time in a year.
Look at those linebackers. They are inside the tackles.
Yep. And as they pass out to the flat, it's going to be caught by number 7, who's going to take it inside the 20, down to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Shannon Murray.
Shannon Murray with the catch.
Yeah, I think technically that's a backwards pass. We'll see what the stats guys give. Just a little bubble screen to Shannon Murray. And he gets one blocker. And there's a Milford defender there at the sticks to defend it. But Shannon Murray just outspeeds him to the edge and picks up the first down. It'll be interesting. That looked like a backwards pass, but it's whatever the scorekeeper makes it.
But yeah, Milford, if they're going to crowd the line of scrimmage, they're going to leave their defensive backs and safeties one-on-one on the outside, and they have to make that tackle.
Yep, there he goes again. There's a handoff to MJ Flowers. He's going to take it through the middle one more time. Would maybe have liked to have seen Freddie hold on to that one, see what he could get out of it. But MJ's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 on that first down.
And again, I usually kind of think my father overplays it sometimes with this tight end, but they have a 3-3 stack, and the stack is not back in a linebacker position. They're playing on the hips of the man with his hand in the
Would
dirt.
you say they're all within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, I mean,
with 3 yards of line of scrimmage.
Freddie Johnson.
I don't believe we have a passing attempt to a tight end all year.
There's a handoff once again to MJ Flowers, and he
I
holds
don't know
on
if we
to
have
it.
a passing attempt to a tight end under Tyler Williams.
He's going to pick up another positive 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 at the Milford 27-yard line. Under 1 minute and 30 left here in the opening quarter.
Which to me is a great strategy then by Milford, because they're saying it's like last week against Hamilton. We had no respect for their backside. Right now the Milford defense has no respect for the tight end as a possible pass threat.
Freddie Johnson takes it, hands it off one more time to MJ Flowers, and they're asking MJ Flowers to do an awful lot. He's going to be stopped short of getting the first down. I mean, he may have even lost a yard, so it's going to be 4th down, I think, and 3.
Well, this was what I was waiting for. You know, if Milford's going to load the box, let's go big on them. They brought back the tank package. We've been calling it wrong all year. I'm not sure. We got to talk with the coaches. Big guy, tank package. Not sure what it's called, but basically a couple of your linebackers come in and you put extra fullback. You're going to overload one side and just say, hey, we're bigger than you.
But not only that, you put Dante Corleone over there on that far side too, along with Mike Bess. And there's going to be the handoff to MJ Flowers, and he's going to get it. Makes a couple of guys miss. He's out of the open. He's headed into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. MJ Flowers, 23 yards for the score.
And as good as the defensive strategy has been so far for the Eagles, they really messed up there. They did not adjust to the tackle over. So there was just more Cardinals on that side of the field than there was Milford Eagles, and one broken tackle, and it's a 6 for the Colerain Cardinals.
It's exactly what that offense needed. A little bit of confidence, being able to put one in the end zone instead of settling for 3 there. Not that you wouldn't have taken the points, but it really kind of gives your offense a boost when you can put 6 on the board.
Casagrande snap back. Prather hold down. Big V kick up. And it's good. And at the 27-second mark of the first quarter, it's the Colerain Cardinals 10. The Milford Eagles 0.
Tell you what, at this pace, this is going to be a quick game as we watch the replay here on Waycross. There's a safety there, but MJ Flowers, low man wins in football. Ducks underneath the arm tackle. You're going to have to hit that large man. You're going to have to hit him low and wrap up because he ran through those. But, yeah, it's going to be a quick game.
Which I didn't think would be the case, honestly.
Each team's only had 2 possessions.
Yeah.
We're in
That's about
right.
I mean, that's about right.
3 possessions each in a quarter is about right.
The interesting thing is that what you're seeing from Milford, right, and we've seen in both their possessions, they have not, I mean, they've only attempted one actual rush. Everything else has been either, the halfback coming out of the flat or actually passes down the field. So, and I would have assumed that with all the passing, you're going to see a slower game. But here's the bottom line. I think they only have like 2 incompletions. So that's going to keep that clock moving as they make completions down the field.
Again, only Taj Price setting up in the middle of the field. Petchney sets up. Milford is on sides.
There's the kick. Once again, it's off to the side, but it gets a nice Milford bounce, picked up just inside the 10-yard line, taken up to the 15, and then immediately tackle. A great special teams tackle. Let's see who it was that made that tackle. Was that number 14?
29.
Kenny
We're
Willis on
close.
the tackle for the Cardinals.
Kenny Willis.
Kenny Willis on the tackle. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Didn't have the binoculars up quick enough to see who that was. So
First down and
One of their
10 on the
second
19.
defenders gets back there. And there's a little bit of a crease, but Willis shows a lot of speed. Grabs an ankle, takes him down, and this is their first return. But you know what? Their first return is worse than their starting two that were in the end zone. They're starting at the 19-yard line.
So first down and 10 from Milford. Trailing Colerain 10-0 here with 22 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Again, empty backfield, 5 wide. 2 to the right, 3 to the left. For the sophomore Harden. Drops back, got a little bit of pressure, stays on his feet, pitches it downfield, and it's up in the air, and it's going to be incomplete. There were 2 DBs in the area as the intended receiver, number 11, Chase Dusing.
Yeah, Dusing, 6'5", has a little bit of an advantage over the defensive back, but that ball just kind of fluttered a little bit. Didn't have a lot of arm on it.
And when they go to this 5 wide, the Cardinals are kind of answering back with their coverage dime. I don't know if it's a dime or a nickel. It's more of a dime package for them. And Isaiah Myers is coming in, and he's your third safety.
So they're applying consistent pressure on Hard, not really getting to it. Sinclair comes around the edge, and there's a quick pass out to the side. The receiver steps and makes one Cardinal miss, but there's 2 others there to help clean it up. So positive gain on second down, but still short of the first.
Yeah, maybe 5, maybe 6, depending on
Chase
the spot.
Dusing.
Yep, let's see where they mark it down.
Timeout for Milford.
That was at the end of the quarter.
I think that might be the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the quarter. After 1 quarter of play here, Colerain High School, it's the Colerain Cardinals 10. Milford Eagles 0. Again, we'd like to thank you all for listening here on Wheatgrass Community Television. Those of you listening live on wearecolerain.com. Got an email at the address of radio@wearecolerain.com. Listening in from Corona, California, is Lenny Lopez. Listening in from Ross, Randy and Beth Hunt, Class of 92 here.
How about Ross? You've been talking about Ross, Brandon, for the past couple of years and the growth that you've seen out in that area, in that community. Talk about a little bit about the season they've had. It's been impressive.
Yeah, for the first time ever in the school history, they'll be hosting a playoff game.
How about that?
Isn't there a Colerain ex-player coach up there? Pam Harrison, I believe, coaching up there.
Yeah, on the defensive side for the Ross Rams. So they are actually, because everyone complains about us evolving our offense, Ross actually runs an old school option.
Like Rick Haynes.
Make Rick Haynes look innovative option back there, but it gets it done. And if you're ever wondering where all the big kids are on the offensive and defensive lines for Colerain, I think all those families are moving to Harrison and Ross, but there's some big boys.
They got some big boys on those lines?
Big boys out there, but I mean that's farm country, so even if there's still not farms there.
I know, right? All right, 3rd down and 5 for the Eagles to start the second quarter, trailing 10-0. They're sitting on their own 25-yard line.
Big Colerain tightens up the defense, look like a man-to-man. Just one safety back, Isaiah Meyer.
Yep, again, an empty backfield, 5 wide. Harden's got it. It's a low snap. He looks to pass. He throws it out. It is caught.
Nice catch.
And it is caught at the 29-yard line. I think that's going to be enough for the first down. Catch made by number 22.
And again, for the second time tonight, the Cardinals go man-to-man, and Milford just runs a rub route. It's nothing fancy. They're just going to run the pattern so the 2 defenders are forced to go into each other, and the offensive receiver who's not catching the football on that backside is throwing a block, let's be honest, for a short little curl on the outside.
Yeah, Peyton Bauer does a great job keeping that 1 foot in bounds.
That was an impressive catch by Peyton Bauer. So fresh set of downs for the Eagles. Snap is back, blitz, pressure being applied up the middle. Harden's got it, he chucks it, it's going to be well short. They're throwing flags behind the play on the sideline.
I believe it's going to be a sideline warnings for some of the coaches.
Yeah,
Coach Cutright, he's yelling to his other coaches, everybody back. That play was just kind of a broken. He was just throwing it away, but the referee ran out of room on the sidelines. Sideline warning.
So that's an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10. No penalty assessed on the warning.
Again, with so many little people in the stands, the weirdness of the kind of the atmosphere where there's just one guy in the stands that can yell and take over the entire atmosphere. What just happened?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that guy was yelling about, but he was very adamant.
There's a reason that this year we don't have the outside mic, because instead of listening to 5,000 people yell, we can hear that one dad or mom.
So second down and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line. There's a jet sweep to number 22, Peyton Bauer again, but he's tackled for a loss of at least 2 yards.
No, he got back right to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to mark him. Yep, he got back to the line of scrimmage. Good call, Brandon. So
Yes.
back to the 29. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
St. Clair comes up and makes the tackle.
Yeah, and with this kind of pass-only defense counteracting this 5 wide, I mean, you got Mike Best who's got his hand in the dirt. He's playing defensive line. Brandon Sinclair's kind of stepped up. I don't know if he's a 5th DB or a 3rd linebacker, kind of a hybrid star position, but Cardinals.
All empty backfield here. Harden back on 3rd and 10, trying to pass it down the field to see if he can get a first down. And it is over the intended target, Peyton Bauer. It was the Peyton Bauer series that time. He kind of got himself turned around a little bit and couldn't quite pick up
And
the ball.
I think Peyton Bauer has to be very glad that that pass was not on target.
Yikes.
Because Isaiah Myers, playing back there in safety, he has him lined up. If that ball is anywhere close, he doesn't really have a play to make the interception, but he does have a play if that ball's on target to just light him up. Now, hopefully he would have put, not gone for the head, had a shoulder in a good position to hit him. But
Well, it was enough where I grabbed Brandon's shoulder and held my breath.
it's
I
gonna
go,
be good.
This is going to be good. So, Milford Eagles spread out this punt formation. So Williamson back.
Standing at his own 44-yard line. There's a snap. Second punt. Almost blocked. Good job by Milford to get it off. It bounces at the 45-yard line. It just kind
Get
of goes
away from it.
Oh, picked up by the Cardinals.
Oh, that's not smart.
You know what, though? It's not smart, but it is a little bit smart. Because, I know what Williamson's doing. He saw the sophomore looking at it, and he's like, what are you doing? Get away from it. I'm going to pick this up just so this.
But he also got himself hurt on a play.
I know,
that was unnecessary.
I know. But if you saw what he did, he caught it and immediately went up to the blocker and is like, hey, what are you doing?
The 1% chance he breaks that, it's a genius
I don't
play.
think he was trying to break it. I think he was going up to the sophomore and be like, you went almost to grab that. I had to make sure you didn't. Because he had a little bit of a mouthful for the young sophomore who was near the football when he probably shouldn't have been.
Freddie Johnson back under center.
Takes the ball, hands it off one more time to MJ Flowers. He tries to run wide. He's going to pick up maybe 1 yard on the play. Could pursue. Let's give a little bit of credit to this Milford defense.
Well, they're doing a good job. They're going to stop that middle run. They have really put all their linebackers between the defensive linemen in this 3-3 stack, and they are really stacking it up. So
I'm really surprised we haven't seen one traditional option type play, right, where you see Freddie take the ball, fake
They've ran it. They just whatever the read is telling him to give it to the fullback.
Almost every time, lining up now in the I formation. Freddie Johnson, 2nd down and 9. Oh, ball's on the ground. He picks it up and he falls forward. He's going to pick up maybe 1 yard on it. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 8.
Yeah,
So
nothing there on
sputtering
anybody
right
else.
out of the gate.
Yeah, it was just all on Freddie. There wasn't a mesh. He just didn't take that snap properly. Just dropped it.
Again,
He does pick up a half yard.
And again, we're working on the backup quarterback. And again, and you don't want to say that they're playing down to your opponent, but they might be holding things back offensively that they might not need to run certain plays to break things open.
Well, they're going to 4 wide receivers. They're trying to spread this out. Milford really single coverage.
Freddie Johnson now in the shotgun, takes it, drops back, looks to pass, and he is going to pass it, and it's almost picked off. Number 15 broke it up. Pass intended for number 28, Amari Shannon. But it's going to be 4th down and 8, and the Cardinals are going to be forced to punt. And that was just an abomination of a series.
Shannon makes the great defensive play.
Great right hook by Amari Shannon to knock that out. The defender right in front of him, kind of right hook around the head of the defender to knock that ball out of the hands.
There's Noah Bailey, just the right man in the right spot, knocks it down. Sinclair is going to be punting for the first time.
Snap is back. Sinclair's got it. And there's a punt. It's a low line drive punt, and it's caught by number 37. There's a flag that comes in, presumably for the block in the back. We'll see what it's for and where it gets marked off to.
It'll be 15 yards from the 29, 30-yard line.
Receiving for the Eagles. Flag on the play.
The referee stops the chain gang from moving, but so this is post-possession.
Boy, you just can't. I just feel so bad for this Colerain offense. They went the whole season without any major injuries.
Well, one referee waved off a flag.
And all of a sudden
Flag
they
is
get.
waved off.
Oh, flag's waved off. So you get Tyler gets injured last week, so he can't start this week. And you ask Freddie to step in there at quarterback, which he hasn't played really all year, except for a handful of plays. It's difficult to have any kind of momentum, right? We talk about this Colerain offense and the fact that every year you have to have a lot of snaps, a lot of repetitions, and you get momentum going. And it just feels like they've never gotten that momentum at any point this year. So 10-0 Colerain, 9:27 left to go here in the opening half.
Cardinals have to make an adjustment. Kiner is going to go from a safety position because Williamson is still out at that other side of the corner.
There's a jet sweep, well defended by the Colerain line. Trying to find a little bit of running room was, Naquan Webster, and he didn't find any.
And Milford, you got to stick to your 0-4 Moeller strategy. You cannot run the ball.
Yeah, you run a jet sweep there, but you're running with a prop lane. There's just not enough athleticism to get outside.
It doesn't even matter athleticism. They don't have enough up front to stop the front three of the Cardinals to give getting penetration to begin with. So
lost a half yard.
Cardinals are down a cornerback. You got to attack through the air.
Yep, Hard in the backfield all by himself. Throws it, and it's complete to number 10, enough for the first down. Takes it up to about the 48-yard line is where they're going to mark it. So first down for the Eagles. And, of course, Brandon, your reference to the 04 Moeller team, you're talking about the playoff game where we played Moeller. And historically, at that time, Bob Crable, the head coach of the Moeller Crusaders, chose not to have one rushing attempt against that 04 defense led by the Bird brothers and Andre Revels and many others. There's a pass by Hard to cross the middle, and it is intercepted. Another one of those seam routes. Who came up with it? It looks like it's number 8.
Xander Kendall with the interception, and a good adjustment by the Cardinals defensively because Milford made the adjustment. They saw Williamson not in the game. They went right in front of Kiner, who's a safety, not a corner, to pick up that first down. Kendall drops back right in that spot where that receiver thought he had an opening underneath, and he picks up the interception.
Quarterback Austin Harden coming into this game had 8 touchdowns, but he did have 5 interceptions on the season. So add 2 more interceptions so far and 2 turnovers for the Cardinals. They're going to take over first down and 10 on their own 40-yard line. Freddie Johnson back under center. Let's see if we can get this offense moving here. There's a fake handoff, keeps himself, and he pitches it wide, and the Milford defense was all over it. Didn't fool anybody there, and that's going to be a loss of 4 yards on the play. We'll call it 3 yards on the play, back to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Webster, your sophomore running back, playing a little linebacker there, reads that perfectly. Chris, you asked for the, you haven't seen the traditional option. You saw it right there, and Milford blew up all 3 levels.
Also, what happens when your wing back on that in the slot does not block a soul.
Second down and 13. Directly now under center. Freddie Johnson takes it, rolls, finds a little bit of running room, stays on his feet.
He's still up.
He's still up. They're blowing the whistle that he's down back at the original line of scrimmage. No, actually, they're saying he's down even before that. So only a 2-yard gain up to the 39-yard line. So it'll be third down and 11.
Yeah, he runs through contact here. We'll see if we can pick it up on the replay if he's down or not.
Well, on the 39, it'll be third down and 11.
It's tough.
Kind of hard to sell.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to see.
Yep.
Kept his momentum going, but he might have drug his knee at that point.
It would be hard not to blow the whistle at that point. Let's put it that way.
Well,
no, it'd be super hard to blow the whistle because they're not blowing whistles. They have little electronic whistles this year.
So
it'd be hard not to push the button.
Yeah,
third down 11.
There's movement all over the place. Hold on. Movement all over the place.
Yeah, it looked like the center was on a different count from the other offensive lineman.
False start.
So everybody moved but the ball.
5-yard penalty.
So the Colerain offense, unfortunately, is
the Colerain offense.
They're playing the way we've seen them play all year, and just struggling to gain any kind of momentum. 5-yard penalty. They were already in a bad spot at 3rd and 11. Now they're at 3rd and 16. A very difficult play to try and pick up a first down here. Fakes the handoff to Freddie Johnson. He pitches it, and the ball is on the ground. It's a low pitch meant for number 7, Shannon Murray, and unfortunately it falls on the ground.
It's very unfortunate because Shannon Murray had some room to run.
There was a seam, but
yeah.
But again, when you question early in the year when Prather had his struggles, you know what? Not only does Prather playing quarterback allow him to be quarterback, it also lets Freddie Johnson play running back, who, and we saw in the second down play, that gives you a guy, someone else on the edge who can block as well as be a running back threat. So the loss of Prather tonight is really showing itself as an offense that tried to get comfortable.
He snapped to Sinclair, and he has a great punt. Yep, he boots it past 2 Milford Eagles, picked up by number 18 back at the 20, and then immediately tackled on the sideline out of bounds by the Colerain Cardinals.
Yeah, it's no early. Mr. Lou does a little bit of everything here.
That was Willis once again on the tackle.
Yeah, Early does a good job chasing it down so the ball doesn't roll any farther back, but no room to run the sidelines. And no room.
Yeah, great tackle by Kenny Willis.
So again, deep in their own territory, starting at their own 25.
First down and 10, trailing 10-0. 6 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Again, 5 wide. And this is, if they're going to find success scoring points, this is how they're going to do it. There's pressure up the middle, but once again, Harden pitches it, and it is caught. It's going to be inbounds, so the clock will continue to run up to the 32-yard line.
Peyton Bauer.
So a 7-yard gain on that first down pass.
Out of bounds for the Eagles.
Peyton Bauer once again on the reception. So not one of their top 3 receivers from a catches perspective, but Peyton Bauer getting a lot of love tonight from the sophomore Harden.
And this has always kind of been, is this a quick out underneath the kind of all the other routes there. Cardinals defense have always traditionally kind of let you try to take those dink and dunks and defend deep, but see if Milford can stay
There's
patient.
pressure up the middle, and Harden runs. He's going to be close to getting the first down. I think he's going to get it.
Yeah,
That was I think was that Dante Corleone and
yeah, he
Corleone
needed the
down?
35. He got exactly to the 35.
Yep.
Ball on the 35, first and 10.
So Bauer feeling, not Bauer, Harden feeling the pressure there, takes off and picks up enough for the first down. First and 10, their own 35-yard line, trailing 10-0. Snap is back, looking for some room. Harden throws it, and it's
Nearly picked off by
nearly
Isaiah
picked off
Meyer.
again.
Yeah, Isaiah Myers reading that, but I tell you what, a good play. Wide receiver on the outside there had no chance of getting the ball, and he turned around and he hit Meyer like he was playing defense. Probably just knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, I think so.
Ball intended for Peyton Bauer for the Eagles.
Yeah, but Peyton Bauer,
So
the
because
wide
of-
receiver turns into the defensive back, and the defensive back turned into the wide receiver right there.
So presumably Myers has got to come off because the referees blew the whistle. Effectively
I
thinking
guess
it was
they
an
didn't
injury.
call a timeout. It's not like there's this big, no one came out for him. So
Right. So
I
he
guess-
comes out. Freddie Johnson goes in.
They're already down Williamson.
Now Williamson's back in the ball game.
Pass along some other scores that are going on tonight. Lakota West 23, West Claremont 0 in the second quarter. Outer 14, Fairfield nothing in the second quarter. Mason 21, Lebanon 0 in the second quarter. Princeton 27, Oak Hills nothing in the second quarter.
Quarterback draw.
Takes it up to the 39-yard line. So 4-yard gain on that will be third down and 6.
Yeah, that's going to keep the linebackers a little bit honest. You trust in your sophomore there, but 150 pounds running up the middle, running at Corleone
Ball on the 39.
at 340 pounds. Brave young man.
Just a reminder, we will get stats and scores for you at halftime. There are Division I games all over the city, and a lot more than what we're used to. There's normally only 8 games being played in the first week of the playoffs, but due to COVID, everybody got in that wanted in, so there are a ton of games going on tonight. Excuse me, normally only 4 games going on, and there are 8 games going on tonight, 16 teams. Harden drops back, looks to pass, avoids a sack, but he doesn't avoid that one. Dante Corleone was very kind in his taking Harden back all the way to the 32-yard line and not pile driving him into the ground.
Yeah, Jarman does a great job coming from the outside. Corleone benefits from it. And I tell you what, it's a kind thing, but it's a smart thing. He heard the whistle.
Absolutely, and he stopped. I mean,
Which is the opposite of last week when we didn't hear a whistle. The play just kept going on.
That's right. Yeah, those were some lengthy plays. So 4th down and 13. It's going to force a punt. So well defensed by the Cardinals. They're going to get the ball back here with about 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Cardinals nearly blocked the last punt.
See if they send the pressure again, and they do. And it's punt, and it's a good punt. It's going to push the ball all the way down to the 20. I think they're going to mark it right at the 21-yard line. So
Yeah, Williamson does a good job. If you're a punt returner and you can't get it cleanly, I tell you what this kicker is doing. It's almost a knuckleball, a backward spin. It's not a pre-kick. Those takes there's almost no wind. There's a little bit, but that ball is tough to
Ball
catch.
spotted on the 21. It'll be
yeah,
first
and he had not
10 for
kicked
the
anything
Cardinals.
that deep yet tonight, so I can see where Williamson lined up where he did. But yeah, if he's 10 yards further back, he gets that on the run and maybe makes something out of it. But having the fact that it went over his head, you're right, he did the smart thing and let it go.
Cardinals will have 3 timeouts to work with 3:18 on the clock.
Yeah, plenty of time, but I mean they just have not been able to get any kind of a big run. The largest run so far in this half was a 23-yard touchdown run by M.J. Flowers.
Here's that tackle over there. They brought in the tank package for this series.
Isaiah Myers is going to.
There's a handoff once again to M.J. Flowers, lowers his helmet, holds on to the ball, takes it out past the 25-yard line.
We've been saying all game they should throw the tight end. Isaiah Myers has not lined up a tight end all year. And on the backside of the formation.
On the backside, this overloaded formation just released him right down the middle of the field.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's coming. I may not be this down, may not be this serious, but it's coming at some point out of this formation.
Right under center is Freddie Johnson. This time takes it, hands it off once again to M.J. Flowers, this time on the other side of the line. He's going to have enough for the first down, takes it up to the 39-yard line. 34-yard line, excuse me.
Clock stops temporarily while they move the chains. 2:45 left to play.
To your point, it just seems to be such a vanilla offense. And again, I know Freddie Johnson is kind of getting himself reacclimated here, but there's nothing magical about what they're trying to do here, nothing confusing. They are tight in. Freddie Johnson once again hands it off to M.J. Flowers. This time runs to the other side, and he plows through 4 Milford defenders and gets out past the 40. He's going to pick up about 7 on that first down run.
You could run a two-man veer the opposite side there. That motion is there. Sorry.
No, that's why you're here.
They got a timeout by Milford. Didn't like what they saw defensively. This overloaded.
And that's really the point of
Colerain.
this kind of formation where you got the extra bodies in there. You kind of run some shifts and motions early, trying to get the defense, in this case, to overcommit to one side or not the other of the formation.
There are lots of games going on in the area. Thank Division I.
Tell you what,
a lot of blowouts early. I'll tell you that
and
right
listening
now.
to the booth, not just lots of games, a lot other than not here at Colerain where we're only up 10-0, but sounds there's lots of scoring going on all around the city.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing about this setup, where you've got 8 games or 16 teams playing, is you've got several teams that are in the playoffs that would never have been in the playoffs. And quite frankly, if you look at the Harbin ratings, if we had gone to Harbin ratings, and I know we only had 6 weeks, but Colerain would not have made the playoffs as a 10 seed. So keep in mind, there are lots of teams playing that would not normally be playing in the playoffs.
We also would have had 2 out-of-conference games that we didn't get to play.
That's exactly right. You really can't draw anything from it other than the fact that Freddie Johnson takes the ball, rolls, looks a pass, he throws it deep down for Isaiah Myers, and he's got it. Gets his hands up at the very last minute over 2 defenders.
That's not what I expected. I expected just a little pop pass out of it, but they do this little fake bootleg, and he's the only man in formation. I think Freddie Johnson's better call would have been kept that tuck in and run, because Milford just showed their hand. They're double teaming Myers on that backside.
So Freddie Johnson takes it once again and hands it up across the middle. Some energy right there out of the backfield on first down. Takes it from the 32-yard line down to where they're going to mark it, down to the 26-yard line. So under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Colerain up 10-0.
Still
no huddle now.
Still all 3 of their timeouts, but they're taking a long time to get this play off.
Yeah, he's under center. Johnson takes it, this time spins, keeps himself, tries to find some edge. There's some blocking on the outside, good blocking. He jukes, takes it down inside the 15-yard line. That's the Freddie Johnson I'm used to seeing. Again, good blocking down the field, enough to pick up another Colerain first down.
And it makes you wonder, I know you're limited in bodies, but you've got a lot of defenders in here. It makes you wonder if you can't find some extra offensive bodies. Get Milford another defensive timeout here, as they kind of realize the clock is a moot point at this way because Cardinal with 3 timeouts.
Right.
They're not fighting the clock. It makes you wonder if you can't find some offensive bodies that can. Obviously, this has been their most successful offense. This shift, these extra bodies, these 2 tight ends, a lot of misdirections. If you don't find an extra tight end, an extra lineman, an extra running back, fullback that can allow you to run this sort of offense without using as many defenders going
defensive starters, exactly. I was just thinking that before a couple of plays ago when I saw Colerain walk off the field during the first time out that Milford called, and I thought to myself, are you really going to run Colerain out there for these types of plays? I mean, we really don't have the depth and can't really afford to do that. And he's still out there. I mean, he's on the line.
You play with the guys that bring you here. Gone are the days where Colerain's got 130 guys on the
I know, but and it's not just a Colerain only situation. I mean, Hamilton had this same situation last week.
Right.
They had a bunch of guys going both ways, but
So whistles now, getting ready to start. First down and 10.
Completely empty backfield.
Yep. There's a jet sweep this time. I didn't see who got it. Who was that? Flowers coming in? MJ Flowers taking the jet sweep. Right to left, takes it inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Colerain lines up with 4 tight ends to the
Not a single person in the backfield. Flowers lined up at tight end, takes one step back, goes in motion, jet sweeps underneath.
How about Freddie run that same play? Freddie keeps it, bootlegs the other way.
Well, yep, they all take up to the line again. Freddie Johnson takes the ball. This time he's going to follow. He's got to cut back because well defended by the Milford Eagles. He's going to just try and cut it up and get what he can. He's actually going to lose yardage on that play, but there's a penalty flag.
Stop with a penalty flag. It'll be interesting to see what it is.
With all the dancing around, it's got to be holding.
I would think so.
Nope. So a couple of the Colerain players are pointing towards.
Do they have 12 guys on the field?
Face mask?
What?
Late to dinner?
Defensive
Who knows?
holding?
I don't know.
We'll find out. We can speculate all day, but we
We're
don't
about
know
to get the call here.
until the white hat
5-yard
tells
face
us.
mask. No, 15-yard face
Personal
mask.
foul face mask.
All that dancing Freddie Johnson's head gets caught, so it'll be half the distance to the goal from the 6. We'll make it first down for the Cardinals at the 3. And the Cardinals, I think, this is a timeout, I think, more to, with 50 seconds left, 2 timeouts. It's 2nd and 2, so theoretically you can get a first down here. I think this is more to catch your breath, take a moment here. And
they
really,
rushed up on that last play and it was blown up by Milford, but I think that was more of a few gassed offensive linemen and your defensive lineman right there that just kind of missed some blocks.
Yeah, it's a good timeout to take. And as a reminder for those of you listening live on wearecolerain.com, we really appreciate you listening, and we want to tell you that because there are other options to watch tonight. Mainly the game is on Spectrum. And if you have Spectrum and you are interested in doing that, you can see that. Again, those details are in our preview that are right on the website. If you go to wearecolerain.com, you'll see it. But again, thanks for tuning in tonight.
And again, you can reach us at the booth at radiowearecolerain.com. And this is what we've been told will be the last year we hear from Jim and Terry Shear from Chicago, Illinois. But that's only because they're moving back to Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Jesus. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Are Jim and Terry, are they done with us?
No, they're moving back to Cincy in 2021.
Okay.
I guess that was a bad. Yeah.
Well, maybe,
I thought there was something wrong with the family.
Action 2nd and 1 from the 3. There's a flag on the play.
Oh, geez. I mean, it's just.
So 2nd and 1, that Colerain runs in motion.
It's a false start penalty against the Cardinals. It's going to
it's 2nd down for the Cardinals this year. Something had to.
You're right. There's something about 2nd down that this offense. I mean, the number of 5-yard offside penalties this year is just unconscionable.
Well, 2nd and 1 makes it now. It's a 2nd and 6.
Still can pick up the first down without scoring. There's a handoff to MJ Flowers. He gets on his horse. He takes it down inside the 5 all the way down to the 1-yard line.
There's your first down without scoring a touchdown.
And the clock is going to continue to run. Again, they've got 2 timeouts and plenty of time.
MJ Flowers, the ball carrier for Colerain.
They're lining up. No huddle.
1st and goal.
Here we go. Freddie Johnson going to take it. He's going to spin. He's going to try and get it himself. MJ Flowers is pushing him. There's a whole pile there. I don't think he's going to get in. He's going to be stopped just short. I'm not even sure that he gained maybe half a yard on that play.
I think he lost a half yard. The Milford player kind of
sprawled out on the ground.
Massive humanity in there.
That's number 99.
Yeah, that's Romsky, one of their star defenders.
Yep, he gets up though. You're right. I think he may have just kind of ended up being on the bottom of that, but timeout called.
He lost a half yard. They're going to take it all the way back to the 2. 24 seconds left.
You have 1 timeout here of 2nd down and goal, so you got to think you have 1 run play, 1 pass play in this situation. So 2nd down's probably going to be a run, or play action, or just a throw. So it's one of 3 options. The same 3
they
options.
They can either run it, pass it,
or fake one of those. So there's really 4 options.
Drop
you
kick.
can fake the pass.
Drop kick.
Drop kick, yeah. But honestly, that is the situation. You have 1 pass opportunity, 1 run opportunity. Unless you take the chance here against the time.
They're not going to throw the ball.
If I'm a head coach, I'm not taking a field goal if they don't get right here.
Then you have 1 run attempt, 2 pass. I'm just laying this out as the offensive coordinator.
If they get
options here.
If they get stopped on this play, you're going again. You've got
There's no way you don't
settle
go
for a
for
third.
it on fourth down.
Yeah.
I
You score a
understand that.
touchdown.
That becomes a running situation, but
Exactly.
you are going to have to throw if you're concerned about the clock at some
They
point.
have got every single Milford defender is packed inside that box, as is that Colerain offensive line. Freddie Johnson takes it, hands off to MJ Flowers, and he powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
I mean, it's a moot point if you just score on second down.
MJ Flowers with his second touchdown of the day puts the Cardinals up 16-0 with 20 seconds left to go here in the opening half.
Yeah, Colerain is trying to be deceptive with this overloaded side, kind of running Freddie in kind of a little bit misdirections, and they just lined up that time and said, hey, we're bigger than you. We're giving it to our fullback. Stop it.
So Casagrande in the snap. Prather for the hold. Pitchney for the kick.
Good grief.
Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is
Extra point is good.
good. With 20 seconds to play in the first half. Colerain Cardinals 17, Milford Eagles 0.
Tell you, watch it. Prather, your traditional starting quarterback, we knew he got rolled up and hurt his ankle last year. He is the holder on that player, and I'm watching him walk off the field here after holding on the extra point. He is not comfortable. We will not see him tonight, especially with a 17-point lead.
Well, but I guess here's my question. Again, we're not going to speculate about injuries, but if he's in that much pain, why is he fully dressed? And it doesn't look like he has any kind of support on his.
Because honestly,
ankle
Chris, he
piece?
might have to go in there because I don't know if you trust your
I'll be honest, I don't know who
Tyler
the-
Prather with an inability to run might be a better option than your third
Well,
quarterback
and all
in this
he's
situation.
got to do is walk from the sidelines to the middle of the field, and he's a very good holder. He saved a couple snaps.
No, I
this
mean, a
year.
holder is fine, but I'm saying he can't possibly be the backup quarterback. There's no way.
He
Not
might
the way
be.
he's walking.
He might be because, I mean, have we seen the third quarterback this year?
No.
So
Nobody else other than Freddie Johnson and Tyler Prather have taken snaps as your
so
quarterback.
a Tyler Prather in one leg might be your third quarterback or better than your third quarterback option.
Yeah, just stand there and
I mean,
hand the ball
that's
off.
the same case for everyone. Who has a third quarterback, especially nowadays in high school football?
Well,
St. Xavier has a 4-star Division I third-string quarterback.
He's also a freshman.
No, but they have it every year.
I don't know. I have no idea. Again, I'm just speculating.
there's the
as
kick
much
from
as
the
you.
40, and it's a pooch caught right at about the 27-yard line. They wanted to get that up in the air so the Colerain defense could quickly get to that receiver, which they did. So it'll be first down and 10 with 14 seconds to go for the Milford Eagles, trailing 17-0.
Yeah, outside of St. X, no one has more than two quarterbacks viable. I mean, look at Fairfield's got a freshman and a sophomore running it as their quarterbacks.
Right. Well, and again, with COVID, many people may not know this, but teams in the state of Ohio were limited.
Yeah.
You're only allowed to have 60 dressed players on the sideline. So, you look at a school like St. X, who normally dresses 120. You're talking about cutting your dress, the guys who dress in half.
You got a lot of seniors who normally, and that might affect teams going in next year. It's how many seniors for those big GCL schools who normally stick around and might develop.
Yep.
Just sit out because they weren't allowed to be on the sidelines for a year.
The Milford Eagles not taking any chances here. They take the snap and take a knee, and they're going to walk off the field, as are the Colerain Cardinals, as time winds down. And we reach the halftime score here. Your Colerain Cardinals lead the Milford Eagles 17-0 in round one of the Division I Region 4 playoffs. We'll take a short break and come back with scores and stats. They're putting 15 minutes up on the board, so we'll be back in 10 minutes. You're listening to WeAreColerain.com and Waycross Community Television's presentation of Colerain Cardinals.
If I play sports for my school, I will have more confidence. I will get better grades.
I will learn how to show good sportsmanship.
I will be more physically fit. I will learn how to handle wins and losses in sports and in life. I will have more school spirit.
I'll learn how to work together. I will learn to set goals and work to reach them.
I'll make good decisions off the field. If I play sports for my school,
If I play sports for my school,
I will learn how to be a leader.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back, Colerain High School playoff football. Colerain Cardinals hosting the Milford Eagles. We're at halftime. Colerain Cardinals leading 17-0. Here are a few of your stats. Milford has rushed 10 times for only 6 yards. Colerain has rushed 25 times for 101. Milford passing for 93. Colerain for 43. Offensive plays total. They both have 29 plays. And not a lot going on. Milford with only 99, Colerain with 144, but they've got the scores. Your leading rusher for the Milford Eagles is your quarterback. He's got 7 carries for 7 yards. For the Colerain Cardinals, M.J. Flowers, 15 carries, 83 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Freddie Johnson, 5 for 16. Only averaging just under 5 a carry, not doing much. Freddie is also 2 for 4, passing for the Colerain Cardinals for 43 yards. One of them to Isaiah Myers for 26, and one to Shannon Murray for 17. Austin Harden for the Milford Eagles. He is 11 for 19, but he for 93 yards, but 2 interceptions. Leading receiver for the Milford Eagles is Vincent Ragland. He's got 4 catches for 34 yards. Peyton Bauer, 3 for 35. Noah Early, 2 for 32. And Chase Dusing, 1 for 6. Leading tacklers for the Milford Eagles, Nick Klink. He's got 5 total tackles. For the Colerain Cardinals, I can never say his name right.
Cachet?
Yeah, Cachet for the Colerain Cardinals. He's got 6 total tackles and 1.5 sacks. Dante Corleone for the Cardinals, 3 tackles, 1.5 sacks. Second leading tackle, boy, it's pretty much a level playing field there for the Milford Eagles. Danny McCoy, Jackson Stickle, and Nick Scally all with 4. Not much else is going on. A very simple, not much offense flying right here. Colerain, 2 touchdowns, M.J. Flowers, and 1 field goal. Brandon, I think a lot of people are talking about we're playoff era going on right now. Lots of scores going on, not on our field, but a lot going around the city. What do you got for us, stats around town?
The number 1 seeded Lakota West Firebirds lead West Claremont 37-0 at halftime. Elsewhere, Sycamore trails Lakota East 21-10. Moeller, well, it was a close game, but they scored twice late in the half. They're up 29-14 over Hamilton. St. X cruising over Walnut Hills 42-6. In a surprise game, it is Elder clinging to a 3-point lead. Fairfield kicked the field goal as time expired at the end of the half. It's Elder 21, Fairfield 18. Princeton 42, Oak Hills nothing. The 2 seed scoring a lot of points in their game. The Colerain Cardinals Milford Eagles winner will play the winner of Lebanon Mason. Mason right now at halftime leads the Lebanon Warriors 27-0, which would set up the winner of this game going, as it now would be the Colerain Cardinals going to the Mason Comets next week.
So do you see anything there that's a surprise to you, Brandon?
No. Well, the only surprise is that Moeller has stretched their lead out over Hamilton. That game has been close the whole night, and all of a sudden Moeller, with 2 late touchdowns, breaks it open. The other one that's surprising is that Fairfield has 18 points on Elder, because I don't think Fairfield has 18 points in the game all year.
Yeah, that was the one that stood out to me. I mean, there was a...
Well, I'm sure they do. They're just a team that struggled offensively
right.
all year.
And you talked about the point that they may be on their 3rd quarterback, Fairfield. They've had some injuries beset their position, and yet they've got 18 points on Elder, and Elder only at 21.
That game is at the Pit, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, all games are hosted by the higher seed.
So, yeah, I think that's the only head-to-head matchup surprise. I mean, but some of the scores, Lakota West scoring 37 points and a half.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. But again, you just don't know, because West Claremont, even though they have West in their name, clearly is an East Side school, and we just don't ever see them. I mean, we know a couple of years ago they were a playoff team, barely, right? They were one that just got in under the wire, but obviously this year they're not one of the better teams, and clearly because they were the 16 seed, West was the 1 seed, so they,
and we don't know how they scored too. They could have some defensive scores. We know Lakota West has got a great
West
defense.
Claremont didn't practice almost until halfway through this week because they were on COVID quarantine.
Right,
So
that's exactly right.
Yeah, so Colerain Cardinals had won the toss to start the game, deferred to the second half. So we'll start on offense.
hard to keep a team motivated like that. But there are some of these lower seeds because everyone makes playoffs. You can keep playing here in the playoffs through the month of October, schedule up to 10 games for the season. So some of these lower seeds, they might have been a little honest with themselves. Some of these lower seeds already have games scheduled for next week.
Yeah, how about that? Huh? Very interesting. So that touchdown,
What knocked out of the playoffs, they can elect to play another game?
Yeah,
up
I
to,
did not know.
Yeah, up to 10 games through October.
Yeah, they can play for 3 more weeks. So Colerain will get the ball to start here the second half, which is huge because, that's going to be a penalty against Milford.
The second time, this time as the kicking team.
Yeah, they had the kicking team offsides, and they had the return team offsides.
So just going to make that comment real quick, how huge that touchdown was for Colerain at the end of the first half, knowing that they're going to get the ball to start the second half. They have an opportunity to really put some distance between them and Milford. The defense has played fantastic after that first series, which, again, we talked about earlier. It always seems to be the case with this team, right? You get a chance defensively to see what a team brings to the table offensively. You make adjustments, and they've done that. Milford has not had a lot of success moving the ball.
Is it really that important that he kicks that ball? We were a little bit of a delay there because they had to wait for him to go get someone to go get. I guess. I know you have kind of sometimes have separate kicking balls and throwing balls, but he surely had a second ball lying around somewhere.
So the ball's moved back to the 35-yard line on the 5-yard penalty for offsides.
You got to think this one is going towards. I think that's Shannon Murray there on the right.
Yep, that is Jarman and Shannon Murray. And it looks like it's going to be Murray that's going to take it at just inside the 5-yard line. He's up to the 10, he's up to the 15,
Jarman
he's up to the 20,
somebody.
25, 30. He's still on his feet. Shannon Murray's still on his feet. Takes it out past the 35-yard line. Great return for the Colerain special teams. They're going to start off first down and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
When you put Lavert Jarman back there, he might be off the screen. You might not be able to see it. When you put Lavert Jarman there, you know where the ball is going to be kicked because he is not a return man. He is a linebacker, and they set that up. They know where the kick is going, so Murray's there to get it, and Jarman gets ahead of steam and just lays.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Normally, Williamson and Freddie Johnson are your normal kickoff.
Yeah.
Right, but you might just know, hey, this is where the ball's going every time on the kickoff. That's what we're going to set up. Maybe get a special guy in there.
But I'll run behind Jarman anytime. Put him in there.
All right, so first down and 10 for the Cardinals, up 17-0. Their first possession of the second half. Just snap back, and the ball's on the ground. It was a high snap to Freddie Johnson. I think he meant to hand that off to MJ Flowers.
Well, I tell you what,
but
Flowers,
MJ fell right on top of it.
I saw something there that the snap was high, and Freddie was bobbling it. And your fullback is a taller man, and he actually snatched it out of the air.
I was going to say, I don't know if that ball actually ever hit the ground. It was a bobbled snap, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I don't know if that ball actually ever hit the ground.
So 3-yard loss on first down, second down and 13.
Shotgun formation.
Yep, there's another handoff this time to MJ Flowers. He's going to get back the lost yardage and then some, gets it out past the 40 to the 42-yard line, so it'll be a 7-yard run. Upcoming third down and 6.
So a little different look that we're seeing here. Colerain had run a lot of the heavy formation and everything in between the tackles. They've come out here and they go 3 wide receivers. They're still running the option, but they're running it out of the shotgun, trying to spread out this defense.
Third and long. Now 3rd and 6 in the shotgun.
Oh, look at Myers.
It's Freddie Johnson.
Just a quick slam.
Myers is like, this is the backup quarterback.
Yeah, if he takes off towards the middle. There you go. Freddie Johnson takes it. Oh, and he's going to get tackled. He's going to get tackled back at the 35-yard line.
As bad as the outcome was, a good decision by Johnson. He looked up, he's about to pitch it, and he sees a defender barreling down on his pitch man. He does the right thing and just kind of eats the play.
Yeah, that's your freshman out there, your freshman running back playing linebacker.
He does both. He plays both ways.
Really haven't seen that as much as we talked about at the beginning. Since they've gone 5 wide with no running backs, you really haven't seen those two playing both ways.
So Sinclair into the punt again for the Colerain Cardinals.
And again, to emphasize the need of scoring that touchdown at the end of the first half. There's a good pump by Sinclair. It's going to be caught just inside the 30-yard line and immediately tackled Once again, Kenny Willis. That's 3 special teams tackles on the night for Kenny Willis. He has been the man for the Cardinals on specials.
You've got to have a special mentality to play special teams. You need that one guy who's just going to go all out the entire time, and he's a leader on the special teams, and we've seen it tonight.
And he's in position seemingly every time. And and the other thing, good tackler. He's got good form, wrapping up the players. You talked about earlier, Brian. So now Milford's got the ball, first down and 10. Cardinals only not even able to work 2 minutes off the clock on their failed first series. Snap is back. Harden's got it, passes it, and it is intercepted by number 6, Devontae Kiner with his second interception of the night. The pass was behind and low, the intended receiver. Kiner saw it, dove to the ground, and picked it up off of the turf. First down for the Cardinals at the Eagles' 36-yard line.
Yeah, not sure who he was throwing it to right there. It was a timing route. He just took a few steps and delivered to an area, but he kind of threw it in between the wide receivers. The only one that had possibly caught the ball was Kiner.
Yeah, I think it was maybe number 88 that was intended for.
I don't know if that's a wrong route or a wrong read, but
otherwise, no matter how you dice it or slice it, it's the 3rd turnover for this Cardinals defense. And you know what? If they got to do whatever they need to do to give this offense better field position, then let's do it, right? 3 wide receivers split to the right, 1 to the short side of the field. Isaiah Myers in the backfield. MJ Flowers with Freddie Johnson in the shotgun. Takes the ball, hands it off to Flowers. He takes it up through the middle and barrels through the defense, takes it down inside the 30-yard line. That's going to be a solid 7-yard run for the junior, MJ Flowers.
Yeah, same formation. Let's just keep running again with a little bit of attitude, with a little bit of purpose. This offensive line has got to show us something right here. You've spread out this defense, so your hat's up. You're man-on-man in the trenches.
Second down and 3, ball on the 29-yard line. Once again, snap is back. Fakes the handoff, does Freddie Johnson. He keeps it himself. He's going to have enough for the first down. He runs wide to the right. He cuts it up and he takes it down inside the 20, all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's another first down, Cardinals.
When you spread out the defense, there's more room for your athletes. Freddie Johnson makes the right read, keeps it this time, beats him to the corner. Nice block to the outside, but not after he picks up a big gain for the first down for the Colerain Cardinals.
Officially marked down at the 13-yard line. There's a handoff once again. Going to pick up about 4 yards on that first down run. You know, Brian, you just said that was MJ Flowers' run. You said it a minute ago. Let's talk about that. I didn't really see an attitude, right? An attitude of aggressiveness from this Colerain offense at all in the first half. And here on this series, we've automatically, it seems like we've instantly seen it.
Well, you're feeding off the turnover, but it's tough to get motivated. There is not a crowd here. There's not, the band is rather small, no student section.
You're supposed to be winning this game, so.
So now 2nd down and 7, ball at the 10-yard line. Freddie Johnson with the pitch wide. Got a little bit of running room on his feet. I think that's Shannon Murray that's got it. He takes it down to the 5-yard line.
And a nice little wrinkle out of that. They've been going trips shotgun every time. This time, he just kind of, Freddie just kind of steps up, goes into center, sends one of that trips man in motion, and it becomes that option, traditional look for the Cardinals.
So 3rd down and 2, ball at the 5-yard line. Again, can pick up a first down without having to score. Freddie Johnson.
Got to expect a little 2-man game.
And MJ Flowers directly behind Freddie Johnson. He takes the ball right in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. Let's see where they mark him. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! MJ Flowers, the offensive man of the night for the Cardinals, gets his 3rd touchdown and puts the Cardinals up 23-0.
And it's about adjustments, and here's the adjustments for the Cardinal offense. They've spread them out, and this is really just a call from the sidelines. What it is when I say 2-man, it's just quarterback, fullback in this situation. And they have the 3-3-5 stack to the Milford Eagles, and they're just looking. Where's that extra, that 7th man, that kind of rover position? Where's that star linebacker? And wherever he's on, we're going to run the play the other way. That's exactly what they do. Fullback in for 6.
Extra point is good for the Cardinals.
Kick is up. Kick is good with 7:51 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's your Colerain Cardinals 24. Milford Eagles 0.
Yeah, you don't get your name mentioned too often except when you make a mistake by an offensive lineman. But that last touchdown, I saw a young man doing a job. Michael Peebles, number 55, the junior, a key block up the middle.
Yeah, and sometimes it depends on the play or whatever, but it's not really an audible or a check with me there at the line. That is literally Freddie Johnson step back, Tyler Williams maybe not Tyler Williams, maybe one of the other coaches is the actual play. You have 3 guys on the sideline signaling in, but he looks, gets the signal, and it's perfectly read to, all right, here's your stack. Here's that extra rover. What side is he on? Let's just go the opposite and make it easy on us.
So let's now put our other hat on. Let's put on our Milford Eagle hat. You're now down 24-0. Your quarterback has thrown 3 interceptions. All 3 interceptions have led to points one way or another. What can Tom Grippa do for this Eagles team to try and get them back in this game?
Well, all they can do is maybe get a little bit of extra time, maybe try a little some deep patterns. Yeah, you've had a little bit of success with the screen game, but when your quarterback doesn't have the time to throw it, these 8 yards, 6 yards, Colerain will give them that all the time.
Maybe you can try to be offsides again on the kickoff. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Just a little pooch kick.
Taken at the 25-yard line by the Eagles. They get it up to the 30, the 35.
Nearly lost it.
Yep, held on to it and takes it out to the 35-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 34.
But to your point, there's not much different that they can do. I mean, you've already basically said to everyone, we can't run the ball in the Cardinals, and you're down 4 scores. So you're really forced to go back to what you've been doing the whole game, and that's throwing. The only thing you can maybe try to do is had some success with the quarterback draw, but
he's not the type of athlete that's going to run away from the Colerain linebackers.
No, I don't think he's the type of athlete either that can sustain that many hits for that long.
Again, Harden, only a sophomore in the backfield, 5'8", 150 listed, takes the ball, hands it off to the sophomore who, again, tries to do a jet sweep, and that has not worked for Milford at all tonight, and once again, it's not going to work here, although they've not blown the whistle, and he took that ball all the way out to near the 40-yard line, so once again, that was Natwan Webster, the 5'10", 200-pound sophomore, who moved the Colerain defense.
That unfortunate, I think,
7 yards.
I think that's an unfortunate circumstance. He's only going to get 4. Unfortunate circumstance
right.
Of last week and this week with the difference between the whistles. I think the Cardinals kind of
expected there to be a
whistle.
So 2nd down and 5. Ball at the 39-yard line of the Eagles. Snap is back to Harden. He throws it once again, and it is caught, and this time it is enough for the first down. Right at the sticks at the 45-yard line. It'll be first down for the Eagles.
They go shift the man out of the backfield, go quads right, and get a one-on-one, and just throw the pass into the quick hook before the linebacker can cover underneath and in front of the DB covering deep.
Yeah, it was Raglan on the reception.
So they still go with the single set back. Oh, nope. Webster moves out there. Now he comes back, takes a sweep across the middle, trying to find some room to run. He's going to have his jersey grab, but he's going to fall forward and pick up maybe 3 yards on that sweep run.
Colerain player, I believe it's Mike Best. Helmets come out by Ohio high school rules. He's come out of play.
Ball spotted on the 47, 2nd down and 8.
It'll be 2nd down and 8. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line of the Eagles. Again, trailing 24-0 here to the Colerain Cardinals. And the defense has done a really good job tonight, forcing 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions of this young sophomore quarterback. Again, we talked about it at the onset of the program. This is a young Milford team. Lots of freshmen and sophomores and juniors getting a chance to play. 5 wide, empty backfield. 2nd down. Harden draws back, looks to pass, and he is sacked. Taken down by the speed of Brandon St. Clair that comes in off the edge, and a huge loss for the Eagles.
A little bit of a delayed blitz. He doesn't come right away. He lets the play develop and just rockets through the hole.
Yeah, he does a good job. They kind of let it open up. They let the pocket kind of develop, and he just comes right underneath the defensive tackle into the hole that was previously occupied by the guard, and he's untouched.
Yeah, talk about depth of players right now. With knowing that it's 3 and 15 or 3rd and 15, they're going to go for it. Your starting quarterback is in playing quarterback. Freddie Johnson in a corner.
Cornerback.
Gotcha. Quarterback is playing cornerback.
There you go. So draws back, and Colerain brings the pressure, and there's a deep pass down the middle intended for number 11. Excellent defense by Kenny Willis. Got his head around, found the ball, and knocked it down. Intended for number 11. That is Chase Dusing.
6'5". He thought he had the step, and he gets a hands close to the ball, but Kenny Willis closes the effort, swats it out of the hands.
Ball just slightly underthrown. If he leads him a little bit more, he did have about a half step on him.
Kicking for the Eagles will be Vince.
Really, Kenny Willis and Devontae Kiner, really kind of our two defensive players of the game so far. They've done a phenomenal job. Shannon Murray now dropped back to receive the punt right at about his own 20-yard line.
So you're saying your two safeties are making a bunch of plays against five wides? No way.
Well, Kenny Willis on
Yeah.
really right on special teams. There's a blocked punt. Just took way too long for that to develop. Picked up by the special teams. That's number 8 who takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
For the second straight week, the Cardinals have a blocked punt return for a touchdown. And for the second time this year, Xander Kendall has a defensive touchdown.
Milford does a little bit fancy stuff before the kick. Everybody's in tight. Then they spread everybody out. But what that does, that leaves some lanes unblocked. And if your personal protectors don't do their job, Colerain just takes advantage of it.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where they do all this winning dressing, and they do it because they want you to have to respect the fake. And the Cardinals just said, yeah, you're not faking it. So we're just going to bring
4th and
everyone up the
15,
middle.
you're down in your own 35. You're not faking at that point.
Well, the interesting point here, and we'll see this here, we'll let Brandon, of course, call the extra point.
Casagrande again with the snap, Prather with the hold. Pitch knees kick is up. And just over.
Ugly.
It's 4:51 to play here in the third quarter. So Colerain Cardinals 31, Milford Eagles nothing. Chris's point that he's got to make here is that by Ohio high school rules in the state of Ohio, this team is up by 30 or more points. Their running clock will be in play, except for timeouts, change of quarters, and change of possession. So Cardinals for the first time this year will see a running clock.
Kendall gets the touchdown, but I believe it was 34, Isaiah Montgomery, your senior, who made the block on that play. Another question we got to think about here too. We got the running clock. Are we going to see? Normally, this is the time we make a lot of wholesale substitutions, throw in your backup quarterback, but your backup quarterback is already there. Who does Colerain have on their bench?
So I'm sorry, what were you saying? Because the backup quarterback's already in.
Yeah, the backup quarterback's in. Do you have a backup for the backup?
No, not. It's. You don't do that in the third quarter. I can see maybe in the fourth, but.
Well, I know. I'm not saying to do it now.
Chris, it's about to be the fourth quarter real quick.
I know. We got almost 5 minutes left to go in the third. I would like to see it, and this is something that Colerain has always done, I think, a very good job of, getting the seniors out on the field to get a chance to play, because this will be their last game at home.
There is another quarterback listed in the program.
There's the
number
kickoff.
13, Bryce Drake.
Taken to the 20, the 25. Number 7's got it from Milford. He's going to get around the edge. He's going to get to the 30 to 35. Colerain's going to push him out of bounds, but not until he gets all the way up to the Milford 40-yard line. So good return by Bryce of Milford. Let's see where they officially mark him. I think they're going to take him out to the 43-yard line. Wow.
Yeah, well blocked up front. He does get breaks one tackle, but runs out of room. The sideline helps him there. Best starting position for the Milford Eagles.
Yeah, that was Taj Price, the starting DB, wide receiver, 5'11", 160-pound junior.
Quick update for the winner for the Colerain Cardinals and for the winner of Mason Lebanon. Lebanon gets on the board. They now trail 27-2.
Yikes. 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Milford takes the ball, hands it off over the middle. Short gain on that, 2 yards, we'll call it. Second down. Obviously trailing 31-0 with a running clock. You're not going to see, I don't think, any sense of urgency from Milford here.
Ball carrier for the Eagles, Bryce Burleson.
Not even sure who that was.
Bryce, that's Burleson, your wide receiver, playing a little running back.
Yep, hand off to number, nope. Harden fooled me. He takes it, passes out to number 8, who stays on his feet. And he was, Levert Jarman was all on him.
That was Kiner, I think.
Yeah, Kiner made the final tackle. Jarman had behind him. He was giving him a little bit of a ride, but a few more yards picked up on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Ball up to the Milford Eagle 47-yard line.
A couple other score updates. Fairfield scores. They lead 25-21, and then the next play, Elder goes all the way to the goal line. They score on the next play. Elder 28, Fairfield 25.
So Milford has taken their wide receiver and put him in the backfield and put their star running back as a slot back.
There's all kinds of pressure, and Harden gets it off, and that young man got absolutely blown up on the far sideline.
for the
I don't
Eagles.
think we ever see this, and it might not have been what the actual call was. It might have just been Dante Corleone reading the screen. But if that wasn't him just reading it, that was a zone blitz with the defensive lineman going back into coverage, and it worked for the Cardinals as they're right there to read the screen.
That'll bring up 4th down and 8. The punt team is coming back out.
It's a good spot to fake. If
Oh,
That's
gosh. Come
punting for
on.
the Eagles.
We
See,
couldn't.
see,
down
see if Mil-
5 scores, you got nothing to
Shannon
lose.
Murray.
Can't hold nothing back. So Milford, tight formation. Let's see if they break out and spread them out again. Nope, they weren't set.
Snap
But
is back.
best kick of the
Kick is
night,
off.
but he's
Yep.
got room to return.
Oh,
That
the block
was
in the back. I
just-
can't believe he did
If
that.
you're gonna hit him in the back, hit him in the back.
There was. Oh.
He knew he was going to hit him in the back before he hit him in the back.
Well, here's
so
the thing.
and
this
he
is
slowed down, so him
this
hitting
is
in the back didn't
and
look like he was hitting in the back.
Here's the thing. The referees know the outcome, and they're not. Not only were they not set, the play clock was at 0 for about 3 seconds there. But the referees, they know the situation, and it's their discretion to blow the whistle for the delay game.
10-yard
So
penalty.
it's not to blame them. So I don't think
was
if
a-
it was even close at all, I don't think they would hesitate to throw the flag on the block in the back.
So that was a sophomore that we won't. Of course, we're not going to give names, but that was a sophomore that caused
His name
that.
is Timmy.
And his name's not Timmy.
It's not Timmy. I made that up.
Yeah, I know. But that's a sophomore, and he just. That's just a boneheaded play.
It'll
There's
be
just
first
no
and 10
reason
from
to
the
do that.
10-yard line.
There was nobody else down there. He literally just kind of ran up to him and just put his hands.
There
in
were,
his
Well,
back.
there is.
There
If
were,
you
there were
want- you
4
want-
guys down there: the return
the thing
man,
is-
the defender, him blocking, and the referee.
See, the offense has struggled today. They don't have a lot of statistics, and he's just looking out for his guys. He wants them to be able to get more yards on this possession.
I see. With a
So
running,
it's a team effort.
I will
So-
go out on a limb and say there probably will not be another score in this game.
Your starting offense is still in the ballgame. Freddie Johnson.
Yep, in the shotgun. He takes it, pitches it wide, cuts it back up the middle, does MJ Flowers.
MJ Flowers, the ball carrier for Colerain.
It's about 3 or 4 on the
If
play.
you've got a jet sweep arc off a counter off this formation, they were really overplaying the pitch man and the quarterback on there.
Cam Zaromsky on the tackle for
They
the
really
Eagles.
had him stop for no loss. Flowers makes it nice just to get 3 yards out of that. But Milford is really going with the motion.
See what they do once again. MJ Flowers in the backfield, takes the handoff from Freddie Johnson. He tries to run wide, tries to leap over a defender, and is not successful.
Flowers,
I think he
ball
may have
carrier
even
for
lost a
Colerain.
yard on that one. It's going to be 3rd down and long.
Host of Eagles on the tackle for that one. Ball spotted on the 13, 3rd down and 7.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Corey needs to get to the 21-yard line.
You know what? It's just you know what? It doesn't really matter down. Just throw it out one time. Just let Isaiah he and number 7 have been
Well, they did
jawing
that.
this.
They
I
did
know
that.
they've been jawing this whole time. Just let him go deep over top of him.
There's Freddie Johnson, throws it past deep down the middle of the field. I'm sorry, to the far right side, and it is over the intended target. Beautiful pass.
Yeah, Sinclair kind
Beyond
of got a little
Sinclair.
tied up in traffic, didn't really release.
pass, Colerain.
I think Freddie was predetermined where he was throwing that ball. Isaiah on the other side
Here's
had
the
his man beat.
unfortunate thing for Sinclair. He ran that deep route. Now he's got to run all the way back because he's the team's punter.
Well, I believe the coach is going to call a timeout.
Now it's the end of the quarter.
Oh, end of the quarter.
Yep. So at the end of 3, it's Colerain
And that's it,
31,
third quarter.
Milford
Cardinals
0.
31.
They did exactly what I
Eagles
asked for. They just didn't do it to Isaiah Myers' side.
Scores across the tri-state in the 4th quarter.
So thanks again to all of our volunteers at Wake Cross Community Media, letting us showcase our student athletes. Thank you guys for coming out on our Friday night. And if you'd like to be part of a future broadcast, go to their website, give them a call. We'll have the information up there. You want to learn how to run the booth, you want to learn, get behind the mic, get behind the camera. Thank you for all of our Wake Cross Community Media.
It's a lot of fun to be a part of a presentation with Waycross because they have all the equipment and they've got incredibly well-trained individuals who can just show you, hey, listen, here's the camera, here's the lens end, point this at the action. And they take care of it from
And
there,
from
really.
our end, it's great a learning experience. We've had 2 volunteers from wearecolerain.com that have worked with Waycross that have moved on and have careers. Matt Woods with Channel 9, Kim Hart-Mong is now the media director at Fifth Third Bank.
There you go. That's just
I
tremendous.
believe he's the director of adult learning or something like that. Some title, I'm like, what does that have to do with a bank? But but I'm sure
So
they know
Makes
what
the
they're
training videos.
doing.
4th down and 7. Brandon Sinclair standing on his own goal line. He's going to get the snap, looking to punt, and it's a good punt.
Really
Caught
good punt.
on the Milford side, and immediately tackled. Guess who? Kenny Willis, first man down to make the tackle, and it's going to be taken down to the Colerain 49-yard line. So,
Hey, Milford's going to start with their this possession the first time in Colerain territory. Haven't been over on that side of the 50 yet. Their first possession, they took it all the way down to the Colerain inside their red zone, and they turned it over. This is their best starting position.
score update.
Yeah, and pretty much at this point, all of the games have shown that they've been seeded properly. All these games have been blowouts except for the close games. It's still 21-10 between the 8 and 9.
All the blowouts have been good.
All the
except for
blowout, all the higher seeds are blowing out.
I know
But
what you
the closer seeds, like Elder, is the 7th seed, they're losing right now to Fairfield. So Hamilton is behind to Muller. So those closer seeds are in close games. The higher seeds are
Harden
clearly
drops
doing
back
their
the
job.
pass, and he's trying to find some room to run. And all he's going to find is an entire bear hug by Dante Corleone all the way back at the 40-yard line. That is a huge loss by the sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, they're trying to go deep to, and St. Clair beats his man to the outside, forces the quarterback into the middle. And who's in the middle?
Dante Corleone.
With an offer he can't refuse. Takes him down to the
I
line.
mean, for Harden there, that's almost one of those like little giants where he's just like, guys, I'm done. I'm out.
2nd and 20 on the 42.
So, what do they say when you're at 2nd and 20? Does that get you off schedule? Is that what they say?
But that was when he was scrambling. It's like you scrambled right into the belly of Dante Corleone.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 6'2", 340, he gets that wingspan. He just turned off the lights.
And a
Play
light
clock.
game.
Did they get a timeout?
Timeout Eagles.
Yep, they did get the timeout in. So 2nd down and 20. That's a 10-yard sack for Dante Corleone. His second, I think, of the night.
They had 1.5 early.
All right, so he's at 2.5 for the night, which
Also, we'd like to
is
remind
half
all
of what he's had
spectators per the
through the first
GMC
6 games. He had
bylaw
5
and
sacks, I
high
think,
school
coming in
policy.
tonight. So
Spectators are not permitted on
We're
the
about to be
field
finished
at
with
any
this
time.
game, and
Please
Mason
note the
Lebanon
next
hasn't
game.
even started
Thank
the
you in
second
advance
half.
for
Is that
your
right?
cooperation.
They just started the second half.
Also in cooperation with state regulations, Colerain High School would like to remind everyone to please not to congregate in the stands, the walkways, or parking lots. at the
shout out to
conclusion
all
of
the
tonight's game.
Colerain fans that are
Please
here,
wait for your
doing a
child
good
in your
job,
car at
social
the conclusion.
distancing, wearing their masks, doing what they need to do to make sure that we've been able to make it through this
Thank you in
whole
advance
season.
for
There
your
have been
cooperation.
no incidents, and trust me, that's not easy because there have been more than a handful of high schools throughout the state of Ohio that have had to cancel games, cancel practices, rearrange things because of COVID transmissions that have made it through their students and their fans, and we have not had that at Colerain.
And beyond that, it doesn't have to be that. The rules are, you can say that some of the rules are unfair and probably poorly written, but there was a golfer who wasn't even in contact with someone. It was contact of someone who's someone, and that was enough to get her not able to participate.
Well, not just that, she was a 3-time state champion, coming back for her 4th state championship.
Yeah, so for everyone involved, there is the line is very thin
Kenny Willis
in
on
terms
tackle
of
for the Cardinals.
Harden rolling. We kind of missed that last play. Harden rolling to his right and completed a 10-yard pass. So he got back half a yardage. Now 3rd down and 10. Certainly not where you want to be, but certainly more manageable than 2nd and 20. Drops back to pass one more time to Harden. He passes it right across the middle to number 10, who's got it. He makes several defenders miss. He's going to take it all the way across the field. He's going to get it down inside the 10, inside the 5. He's diving for the pylon. Let's see if they mark him in.
The referee there at the pylon is not putting his hands up, but the one in the middle of the field is.
And
I think there was a discussion to whether he reached the pylon or not, and the referee in the middle said he did.
So great pass right over the middle by that was caught by number 10, Vince Ragland, the senior. You can see it here on the replay. He's got the ball, and he just basically takes it right across the field. Again, 6'4", good block there on Kenny Willis, and he's got to dive into the end zone, and he hits the pylon with the ball. That's a touchdown. So Milford gets on the board, 6 points.
This is the incorrect decision for the Milford Eagles. You need 2-point conversions to make this a 4-score game.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and kick is
And,
good.
And that does change the complexion.
It does.
Now that it's
no, you get-
31-7, we no longer have a running clock.
Yeah, you do. I'll take that back. You do get 1 extra point that
Yes.
you can make.
do. So great play, great pass, great play. Really, that was all Vince Ragland catching that little pop, that little seam pass right through the middle of the field. and making a whole host of Colerain defenders miss.
Yeah, the play rolled left, and everyone kind of just sat down in their zone. Well, Colerain is everyone flooding to that left side to where the pass is going, and Reglan just kind of cuts back, finds the lane, gets just enough blocking to find some space on the opposite side of the field.
So
I'm sure they're
hands team in for the Colerain Cardinals. Milford most likely is going to try for the onside kick, see if they can stay onside.
I was going to say, I will be very impressed if they're able to pull off an onside kick and not have a penalty called. Now, in high school, they don't have to be even on both sides of the ball.
Right for the Cardinals will be Shannon Murray.
But I think the only one they outlawed is the run behind.
Will be number 10, Vince Ringler.
I could be wrong.
Vince Ragland, after scoring that huge touchdown, now he's responsible for the kickoff as well. So this doesn't look like it's they've lined up in their regular formation.
Looking to the sideline for a decision.
Yep. Hand up, hand down, approaches, and kicks it high and deep. It's going to be caught at the 1 yard line. So got to make something out of nothing here. That's Shannon Murray who takes it. He's still on his feet. He cuts it all the way up to the 40-yard line, gets both hands on the ball as he gets tackled from behind, but not until he gets out to the 45-yard line. Where has that been all season?
Well, that's his second big return of the day.
Well, here's the thing.
It's
the
hold
way
that's coming
Milford
back
kicks
anyway.
off, it allows it very easily to be set up. It's a big, deep kick to the right. You can set everything up on that side. So, as you see, we're going to get a holding call behind the play. So, it's a little easier to kind of set up your blocking when you know where it's going every single time.
10-yard penalty.
So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So it's going to completely wipe out that huge return by Shannon Murray. I mean,
yeah, so instead of their own 45, it's all the way back to their own 20.
I understand you have a 31-7 lead, but I mean, if that block happened after Murray's already gone, it's really disheartening. There's Freddie Johnson who takes a snap. He's going to run it back up through the middle, try and find a hole and get some space. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on that first down run. And the key here for the Cardinals is run the football. Just run the football, run out the clock. Colerain with 3 timeouts. They have no interest in using any of them. Milford has 2, trailing 31-7. Snap is back to Freddie Johnson. Hands it off to MJ Flowers, who takes it up through the middle. He gets taken down on a very high tackle by number 3. Enough for the first down.
For the Milford Eagles, there's no such penalty against high tackling.
Yeah, that was...
Jacob Cook takes him down.
Isaiah Myers is just pleading. Let me get one deep ball.
Is he pleading or are you pleading?
No, he is.
No, Brandon pointed out earlier, him and the defensive back have been talking and jawing.
MJ Flowers takes the ball through the middle, makes several guys miss, plows right through him. He's going to get 9 yards on that first down run. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, Taj Price and Isaiah Myers have not stopped the entire game.
Tough for Lewinor on the tackle.
And this is a 2nd and 1. This is a perfect shot to just do it.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
Although, judging by body language, I'm not sure it's going to happen.
Well, the Colerain looking to the sidelines. At the first, they didn't do it on second down on the last play, run the clock down. This time, run that play clock down under 10.
Play clock is, yep, there it goes. Hands off once again to MJ Flowers. He's got it, and he's got enough for the first down. He's going to take it up to the 43-yard line. 42. They're marking it at the 42, but that should be enough for the first down.
It's Connor Still on the tackle.
Yep, they mark it as a first down. So move the chains. The clock stops. As again, we are less than a 30-point lead. Had it, and then gave it up on that long touchdown catch by Ragland. First down and 10 for the Cardinals. Up 31-7. 8 minutes left to go in the game. Snap is back. Freddie Johnson takes it. He's going to keep himself run right through the middle. Try and find a hole, and he does. He's going to get it into Milford territory. There's a late flag.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be an incidental face mask.
Yeah, the only question is it's 5 or 15.
Either one will give them the first down.
I think they have it anyway.
Yeah, it's a moot point if you get penalty.
Face mask.
Looks like it's an incidental face mask. Going to move the ball 5 yards down to the Milford, where are they marking at? The Milford 42-yard line. So first down and 10 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Colerain has spread them out. We haven't seen it until this point. Couple quarterback draws.
Well, what we've seen, this is the first time all game we've seen them out of the shotgun with the tight end who's kind of in there as kind of the H-back position underneath the line of scrimmage.
Freddie Johnson takes the ball. Once again, follows MJ Flowers into the hole. Better defense by Milford that time. No gain on the play. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And at 31-7, I'm afraid there's not going to be any passing attempts to Isaiah Myers.
There's Meonte Stanley.
I almost don't want it because I feel like Myers might get himself in trouble talking if he actually made a play.
We more than likely will get a chance to see that next week, as the Cardinals will be on the road.
Well, we say that, and they're up their chances of a pass attempt. If Sinclair's coming in, they'll go 4 wide.
Yeah, Stanley, your tight end, comes out of the game.
Finishing up, Cardinals should be on the road next week at Mason to take on the Comets, who they haven't played this yet this year. Fakes the handoff to MJ Flowers. Freddie Johnson's got it, and he's still on his feet, down inside the 30, all the way down to the 25-yard line. Great run by the senior quarterback. Picks up the first down, moves the chains, puts the Cardinals at the 25-yard line. And, the game is, for all intent and purposes, over, but if they can put one more score up, it absolutely will ice it.
There's a timeout by Milford. Yeah, I think that touchdown by the Milford Eagles has kind of woke the Colerain Cardinals up. There's a little bit of attitude right there.
And Freddie Johnson is a senior leader on this team. He's a senior captain. He's been on all the highs of this team and this program. He knows what's expected of him. And maybe right now a little chip on his shoulder, like, hey guys, we can do this. Let's make a statement here to end the game.
Well, I remember being on the field last year when we lost to Elder in the regional final, and I remember seeing the look in Freddie Johnson's eyes. He was so upset and so distraught. At the time as a junior, right, being the quarterback the whole year, and I remember looking at him and saying, Freddie, you're going to get your chance. There will come a time in the playoffs next year when you will be needed, when we need you to step up and do your job, and certainly don't want it to be under these circumstances with Tyler being presumably hurt. But he's done exactly what you expect your senior captains to do. He's stepped into the quarterback position, which is the most important position in all of football, specifically, certainly for this offense, and has done a phenomenal job tonight. So kudos to Freddie Johnson for stepping in and stepping in for, again, presumably a hurt Tyler Prather.
Yeah, Freddie Johnson has got the Colerain Cardinals, the Milford 25, first down.
Timeout is up. They wind the clock. Freddie Johnson takes it. He's going to run wide to his left, looking to pick up a couple blockers, and he does. Squeezes through a few more. Gets down inside the 10-yard line. That's going to be about an 18-yard run for Freddie Johnson, who's doing everything he needs to do. And I think at this point, the Milford defense they're just kind of spent.
Well, you got everybody spread out here, and I'm surprised we haven't attacked the outside. They're just going to quarterback draw, but this is a quarterback sprint to the outside. You get your athletes in space, and Freddie's a stronger runner than a lot of people forget about.
He is.
If you get him with the arm, he'll run through that.
So first and goal for the Cardinals on the 9-yard line. Snap is back to Freddie. He takes it. This time he runs right. He's got one blocker in front of him. Number 7 got his hands on him and took him down. I'm not sure that he picked up any yardage there at all.
No, they just got strung out, no gain.
Yep, no gain on that play.
Yeah, Taj Price makes a nice play fighting through the tackle. I tell you what, it almost looks like Colerain has gone into the Hamilton playbook from last week.
Yeah.
Just line your quarterback up with one fullback and let him follow.
Speaking of Hamilton, they're now within one score of Moeller, 29-21.
Snap is back. Handoff is to MJ Flowers. He takes it, bounces outside with a stiff arm, and he's on his way into the end zone. And I think it's safe to say, gentlemen, that MJ Flowers has decided to be the offensive go-to guy tonight as he scores his 4th touchdown of the night and puts the Cardinals back up by 30, 37-7, extra point pending.
And that's just kind of unfair. He gets bounced out one-on-one with number 26, Danny McCoy. And Danny McCoy just can't get inside that 6'2 wingspan at 5'9". That stiff arm didn't have to have a lot of authority on it. It's just enough where he can't get anywhere.
Well, he's not your traditionally built fullback. I mean, he's got long limbs. That stiff arm carries a lot of distance. So the snap is back, hold is down. Peschney. Again, perfect on the night. 5:49 left to play in this game. Your Colerain Cardinals up over the Milford Eagles, 38-7.
Yeah, big night for Peshny. Good point. Let's give him a little bit of props. He's 5 for 5 on extra points and booted a field goal to open up scoring in the game.
And as soon as he kicks it off, we'll have, again, Cardinals back up by 30. We're going to running clock. Other score update. So Moeller must have found an offense because as soon as Hamilton gets close, they score again. They now lead Hamilton 36-21.
Oh, my goodness.
It doesn't help Hamilton that Malik Verdon got hurt playing defense. He's playing quarterback and linebacker for that team in Hamilton.
Yeah, Malik Verdon really was the guy that did it to us last week. I mean, it wasn't until they put him in at quarterback that they really started to move the ball at all.
Mason now leads 34-2, so they're on a running clock.
So Mason will be the opponent next week for these Colerain Cardinals. Again, we didn't play Mason this year during the regular season, so it'll be interesting, both teams getting a chance to see each other. And Mason, I think, in my limited knowledge, I haven't done a real deep dive into them yet, but they've got the running back McCormick, who I think their entire offense kind of runs through.
End of third quarter, Fairfield leads Elder 32-28.
32-28 going into the fourth quarter. That's going to be an exciting finish. How amazing would that be if Fairfield could pull off that upset? I mean, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean.
At the pit?
Yeah.
I mean, they had a much better team, what was it, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
At the pit and did not win.
And many thought Fairfield was maybe a little overseeded at 10. So.
Oh, I think we know who those people were and what their favorite color is. There's the punt. It's taken down inside the 10, caught inside the 5 by 7. Once again, Taj has got it. He's trying to find some running room. He makes a few guys miss, and he's through the middle, and he could be gone. He's got just a kicker to beat. The defense is in pursuit, and he gets taken down by Pitchney. The soccer player will have nothing to do with him. I love Price gets up and points to the end zone. Son, you didn't score, first of all. And second of all, it's a running clock. So come on.
Well, you got to give it to him. He makes a big play. It's a playoffs. Young man's been talking the whole game and finally got a chance with the ball and makes it. But how about that Pitchney? How many? He's a star on the soccer team, but he does his job. He's back there playing center field, and that's just getting away.
And that's the hardest probably tackle for the kicker because
normally
you have a sideline as an extra defender. He's got to make a decision one way or the other, and he does a good job. He's like, I'm not going to be the one to make the first move.
Yeah, make no mistake. He saved a touchdown.
Yeah.
He saved a touchdown.
Well, for the Milford offense starting at the Colerain 26.
First down and 10. There's a handoff over the middle to number 19. He's got it. He's going to be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Sophomore Bryce Burleson with his first carry.
Brought down by a flock of Cardinals. No gain on the play. The second and 10 on the 26.
Milford Eagles with 4:14 left to play.
You have to get in there.
Taking a long time to get this play
I don't think Milford's in any hurry.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, there's no rush here. They want to see what they can do. See if they can just kind of work their offense and see what they can do. 4 guys go into the pattern. And there's a sack once again in the backfield. Is that
Xander Kendall?
Yep, that was Xander Kendall with his first sack of the night. That's going to be a huge loss. It was. Now it's third down back at the 38-yard line. I'm sorry, 33-yard line.
Kendall had a big play earlier with the return of the block punt. This time he makes it in the backfield.
Yep. Second and 10 becomes 3rd and 18. 3:30 left to go in the game, running clock. See if the Cardinals can keep Milford out of the end zone one more time. Snap is back. Harden drops, looks to pass, finds a little bit of room. He's got guys at his feet, and he chucks it. Caught by number 18, and a textbook tackle by Devontae Kiner on number 18 of the Milford Eagles. If they've got this replay on Waycross, you're going to see this is a textbook tackle for a DB.
Well, kind of a broken play. He breaks the tackle and throws it out there. Tries to make something out of nothing.
It doesn't help that his receiver or their quarterback got strung out as receiver to be an easy target for Kiner.
Yeah.
So pick up a 9.
Yeah, 4th down and 11. 2:48 left to play.
And of course, they're going to go for it here. Nothing to lose. Can't hold anything back. Snap is back. Pressure on the outsides. Connor throws it deep, and it is going to be caught. Number 11 catches it inside the 10-yard line. So they convert on 4th down and 11. It's going to be 1st down and goal with 2:25 to go. Clock continues to move.
And that's just setting up a rebound right there. I'm a 6'5" and you're 5'10". Underthrow it.
Well, Kenny Willis is almost setting up like it's going to be a pass deep, and the pass is Kenny Willis is in a good spot if the throw is on target, but it's so underthrown that it sets up Deucing right there underneath to box out and make the rebound.
So there's the handoff over the middle. Nothing doing. That Colerain defense is a wall.
For the Eagles, number 19, Bryce Burleson.
Bryce Burleson on the carry.
Yeah, trying to catch the Colerain defense. Thinking pass. Let's slip a run in here, but Colerain defense is really, really good against the run.
Second down and goal from the 6-yard lines. Casse on the tackle on that last play. Corleone comes off the field.
Second and goal.
Second and goal from the 6. Harden once again in the shotgun. This time takes it, passes. It's a fade to the corner of the end zone. And I think it's caught, but he's clearly out of the back of the end zone. There's no way that's a touchdown.
Yeah,
the referees are talking about it.
There's nothing to talk about. He was 3 yards out of bounds.
No, I mean, you have to talk about it. You can't just
You have to confirm.
You have to confirm it.
Hey,
you can't just blindly make calls.
I saw him out of bounds. Did you see him out of bounds?
I saw him inbounds.
I saw him out of bounds.
I see.
Here, that's the way it's done.
I mean, if that was
I've
the
never
case,
worn a
if that was the
stripe.
case, why would you even show up?
That's what they're getting paid big money. That's the referee's job right there.
Holding on the next play. I'm just going to call it.
7 feet beyond the back of the end zone. There was no need to confer, but that's fine. I mean, literally 7 feet beyond the back of the end zone. Harden dots back the pass, throws it right in the middle, and it is knocked. Incomplete.
That was almost intercepted, almost a touchdown, almost intercepted again.
Was that 42 that got his hands on it?
Jaden Folsom in at middle linebacker.
Redeeming himself a little bit.
And how quickly?
Why is the clock not running?
I don't know. It should be.
It should be a running clock, even with the incomplete pass.
There it goes.
There we go.
This game technically.
Yeah, the coaches has just realized the
How
clock
quickly, though, we're at 4th down?
4th down and goal at the 6-yard line. Got it, drops back, looks to pass, throws it over the middle, and it is incomplete. No flags, and it will be a turnover on downs.
The Cardinals.
That will stop the clock.
Will stop the clock with a chain of possession.
Although it's not stopping. The clock is now running.
The referee's discretion, it might just, this game is decided, they might just let it play out.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. As the clock rolls down, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Oh, now the whistles.
Now the referees are saying, no, we want one more play.
Whoa, okay.
The coaches are walking across the field to shake hands. Well, to wave each other from a distance.
Yeah, there's no
I hate 2020.
Yeah, I know. There's no shaking of hands, but that is going to be the end of the game as they wind the clock down to 0, and the Cardinals move out in a group, and the Eagles move out in a group, and they kind of yell over to the other team, congratulations, good season, good luck. And for the Cardinals, they move on. The Eagles season comes to an end. Colerain with the 38-7 victory over the Milford Eagles will be on the road next week to take on the Mason Comets in round 2 of the Ohio Division I Region 4 playoffs. For Brian and Brandon and Mike and Tony, the producer at Waycross, and all the awesome volunteers, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. We look forward to next week in Mason, where the Cardinals will battle the Comets. Take care, and always remember, we are Colerain.